What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? It is Primetime 119 NM Smudger vs aka MG. We also have an incredible co-main event here this evening. Two title fights for Primetime 119 as we see the one and only FSK Fadanator matching up against a worthy title contender in KM Frosty. It is set to be another sensational night of fights, making sure to satisfy all of your virtual violence needs. But I'm not the only person here in the commentary booth this evening. Joining me in the commentary booth are two of the top young rising streamers in the game, JDime TV and Dr. Swaggy Kush. How are you doing, lads?
Let's fucking go, Cyrus. We have a fucking banger card tonight. Absolute crazy fights all across the board from the start to the finish. I am fucking excited. How about you, Jay?
Listen to me. You said it better than I could. This is going to be a great card. We got two title fights. We got Fatty the Baddie. We got Smudger. Like, just many more on the card, too. We got great fights like CV, John Africa. There's so many bangers on this card, Cyrus.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of storylines coming into it as well. We'll skip across and have a look at that card that we were talking about. Now, of course, you mentioned what remains of John Africa going up against aka CV. John Africa, after last week, was straight in the Fight Hype channel in the Discord, using that shit correctly, giving a call out to CV, and it was a match that made a lot of sense. CV reciprocated, responded to that. I like John Africa calling his shots, makes a little bit of a chill sonning of himself out there, and be interesting to see what he's able to do. One of a massive test up against him against CV, and I know one that he feels confident in after getting a victory in a previous matchup in a previous league, I do believe. But as you said, non-stop tonight. This entire lineup, pure killers out here, Swaggy. The first fight, and because we got 15 fights of straight and pure violence, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into this first fight. But this first fight does need a little bit of talking about as we enter into it. We have TK Elite King up against what remains of Not Nasty. Now, Not Nasty last weekend out, I know that you didn't get to see those fights yourself. We're a little bit under the weather, right? But this guy, he's a menace, man. He didn't win that fight, but he definitely won me as a fan of his overall style, and what he brings to the table is non-stop action. He really, really has some clean boxing and a resilience that I feel like will favor him pretty well as he goes into future matchups.
Yes, I am familiar with Not Nasty's game. He is indeed very nasty. And Elite King on the other side is an absolute dog as well, so I'm excited to see how these two match up.
Hell yeah. Money Moicano over here as well, J-Dime. That's a great pick. Obviously, Moicano joining the chat not so long ago, but we get to see him do his work in the cage now, up against Jorge Masvidal in the hands of Nasty.
Yeah, and here's the thing. McNasty, last week, even though he lost, he put on one of the best performances I've ever seen in a loss. Like, he didn't lose, he lost, but his stock went up from that, Swaggy.
Oh my god. And he's already coming out, putting on a show, already with an early stun, Cyrus.
Yeah, he had a really, really tough matchup last time up against a grappler, somebody that didn't really let him showcase his skills as much as he would have wanted to. But even so, like Jay said, the performance was incredible, and he times another head kick. Beautiful work. But he gets clipped a little bit on the inside as well, Jay, as he's trying to follow up those shots. Elite King capitalizing and getting some damage of his own.
Yeah, but if you're Elite King, that gotta drive you crazy. Getting stunned with a head kick twice in one round, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not a good thing to start off a fight with. You definitely want to get back into this fight now. I just don't know what he needs to do, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Moicano does have some amazing jiu-jitsu if he's able to utilize some grappling or even a clinch. But that will be easier said than done as Nasty continues to throw 1-2 straight down the barrel. That's going to keep him off him and honestly stack up the damage. It just allows him to find that range time and time again. And he sets up the left hooks and uppercuts behind them. Beautiful work so far from Nasty, and tough time for Elite King, who's struggling to find his way into the fight at the moment, Jay.
Yeah, he's getting boxed up right now. And Moicano needs to land something to make him respect him. That's what he needs to do, because even though Jorge's getting hit by him, he don't care about that, Swaggy.
Care And Jorge's just keep going. Nasty is just getting in there. Oh! That's another beautiful strike. It ain't looking that good for Elite King. Starting to get some licks back.
He's doing the right things, pressing forward, landing that straight on rinse and repeat. The left hand follows behind it with the hook. Jorge Masvidal looking to put on an incredible performance here this evening, striking with a really high tactical kind of tactically high percentage. I know, just very, very clinical in the way that he's approaching it. Elite King is using the teep a little bit more right now, Jay, and starting to benefit him a little bit, but still having a little bit of an issue really putting anything together.
Yeah, the problem is, though, even when he lands, it's not doing nothing. He's landing. Those punches have no effect on him, Swaggy.
Oh, my.
Man, you shouldn't even be worried about these punches at this point. You should be worried about the front kick, because I'm pretty sure that's the same kick that stunned him 3 times so far. If he lets that... Oh!
Oh, my God.
Nasty living up to his namesake and being very mean in the octagon here this evening. 4 stuns, 21 significant strikes in the favor of Nasty. An incredible performance so far, considering that he came out last week, Jay, and as you rightly said, had a tough night at the office, but was still able to win people over, didn't lose stock in the face of that type of matchup. He's come out here this evening, and he's getting, you know, he's been able to showcase the full array of his skills already, and we're only 1 round deep.
Man, here's the thing. Moicano's already getting the snot beat out of him already. I want to know what adjustments he's going to make, Swaggy.
Yeah, man, it's starting to get to the dog walking portion of this segment, and that's not good for him. He doesn't want to get there.
Another head kick. Another one.
He's there. He got there.
3 different scenarios to set up 3 different head kicks as well, which is crazy. He's just got really good timing, a very good eye for it. Like a sniper, he is seeing the openings, anticipating his opponent's movements, and landing them flushly. But now Money Moicano able to get a takedown. See if he's able to hold these positions or do too much with it, Swaggy.
Maybe this is exactly what he needed. Maybe he just needed to get down here and cuddle a little bit and just... But it looks like Nasty knows what he's doing. Nasty might be able to get back on his feet, and he does successfully.
Nasty
was back up. What were you gonna say, Cyrus?
He was the Brazil-Lucas matchup, right, Jay?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, 100%. This boy can grapple or anti-grapple for sure. Like what Brazil put him through, 99.9% of people would have put their controller through a screen when somebody's that efficient at grappling. Not this man. He really does have a never quit sort of mentality. Doesn't seem to back down from any type of situation that a fight can find himself in. And right now, he's not looking to play with his food. He's just clinically approaching the finish, tactically moving inch by inch closer to kind of separating his opponent or the judges from the decision.
Oh my goodness. And then here's the thing. At this point, Moicano isn't fighting to win. He's fighting to keep him off him. That's what he's fighting, just to keep him away, because he's not fighting to win at this point, Swaggy.
No, not at all. Nasty's doing a very good job at just... Ooh! He's not chasing anything. He's not going for anything crazy. And he's just setting up beautiful knockdowns like this.
Lovely. Denial able to get him in a reversed position. Now into top mount. Can he hold it? He can!
Ooh.
No.
Surprised he didn't go for the ground and pound. I'm not going to lie to you. But the denials, look at them. Gee, just the same as last week up against Brazil Lucas. Like absolutely vital denials. This man is zoned in.
Yeah. It's really good anti-grappling. And that's all he has to do. He's winning the fight. He just has to keep himself out of harm's way against Moicano on the ground, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, exactly. And he's doing a great job. Like, he's gotten up fast both times that he's been in that situation. And now he's just back on the feet doing his thing. He's getting touched up a little bit, but he's still doing his thing. He's not forcing anything, and he's just waiting for that perfect shot to come back.
Well, it's a much-needed success. Seems to have given Elite King and Moicano a little bit of, what is going on? Don't do that. We can hear them. I'm going to refresh it. I think that this is on their end again. We saw this once last week, people. Oh, back just in time! Just in time.
Just in time. That was a perfect performance, and his stock rises even more. Maybe a future title contender if he gets a few more wins, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Well, he is nasty. God damn. What he brings to the octagon is non-stop action, the forward pressure, the combinations, the boxing was clean as ever. And, I mean, already shown that he can truly, truly hang with the best when it comes to the grappling element of the game. So when you combine those two kind of elements, the fact he's such a good striker, Swaggy, the fact that he can anti-grapple like a motherfucker, he's definitely going to be a problem for anybody in this division. And I'll be interested to see what he's able to do as he now gets a nice W under his belt up against such a tough opponent in Elite King.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a very good win to have on your resume as well, because Elite King's no bum. So that's a very good win for Nasty moving forward.
Absolutely it was. And as we continue to heat up in this card, the first fight is now in the history books. More and more people flooding in to see the action that continues to be untold under Primetime 119. If you missed the very, very beginning, as we said, it is 15 fights now, 14 fights of absolute virtual violence. And this next one, it promises to be a highly entertaining fight one way or another. Swaggy, I know that you have a little bit to say on this one, but it's NBK Mazzy up against NV Ginger. Striker v Grappler, if I do believe, my man.
Yeah, this is going to be a one-sided fight. I'm sorry, I'm just putting 10K on Mazzy right now. Boom.
Well, for anybody that doesn't know, before the fights, Ginger being part of the staff, he does join in these chats and talk his shit about the fights and everything else. And him and Swaggy have been going back a little bit on this and many other things, but Swaggy is 100% on the side of Mazzy here this evening. I'll be interested to see which way it goes. Ginger, Ginger's gone Kevin Holland. Mazzy's gone Paul Craig, who is an incredible pick. An incredible pick, I feel like, for this weight class. He's a fun pick to play as well out here, Jay. I don't know if you've used him at all, but submissions are just obviously next level with Paul Craig.
Listen, I'm a if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of person. So I have not used Paul Craig, but I faced Paul Craig, and he is annoying to face on the ground. But if you can keep it on the feet, you can have some success, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's exactly what Ginger wants to do, especially being Kevin Holland. He wants to keep it on the feet. And Mazzy's doing everything in his power to get it to the ground, Jay.
Yeah, he should have unloaded that head kick.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Nice.
Should have done a lot more damage if you ask me. Going for a little bit.
Oh.
Come on. Oh my.
I don't think it's a bad idea to like take him down every now and again, but just don't stay there with him. Just do it to like attack the stamina, kick those legs out from time to time.
It's an ego thing. He did a standing gilly on him. Now I want to get it back. That's what it is.
Ginger's actually like low key. He's actually pretty good with his subs. He's pretty good with his subs, actually. I'd be interested to see, what Mazzy's able to do to go around it. He's obviously got an approach which is something that he favors quite a lot, the submission routine. This could have been a mistake for Ginger now. He finds himself in half guard bottom, now top mount bottom. Mazzy moving forward and looking to opt for some ground and pound. Swaggy doing some good work right now.
Yeah, Ginger's selling right now. That was the great. I don't know why he would give him a position like that. Because he was defending all the takedowns, and then he just gave Mazzy exactly what he was looking for.
I don't disagree.
But maybe this is where Ginger wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I will say is Ginger used to get a little bit wild in certain positions because of a little bit of immaturity, I would say, a little bit of nervous. But over recent years, Jay, he has really started to settle in. He's done a lot better at staying composed in tough situations like this. Looks like he may get out of this one, but it'll be close.
Here's the thing with Ginger. And the reason why it's on the ground is because Ginger want to show him he can beat him everywhere. I wouldn't do that if I was him. I would just stick to my game plan and use the easiest route to success, Swaggy.
No, for sure. I would have kept this one on the feet because, like Cyrus was saying earlier, these submissions are deadly, and you don't want to accidentally get caught in one.
Well, this is the thing as well, right? Like, you want to be putting all of the work in so that you're confident in these positions, right? That you don't need to prove it to anybody else. Because ultimately, in this fighting kind of game, you're going to get an opportunity to prove it at one point or another. So believe in yourself, fight to your own strengths. And I think that that's one thing that Ginger may have made a mistake on in this first round. Dropping it to Mazzy, in my opinion. And obviously, we have another 10 minutes left and scheduled out here, J-Dime. It's a lot of time to work. But ultimately, Mazzy seems to have a one-ticket game plan here this evening, and Ginger is the man that has to adapt to that. He's the one that has to make the adjustment and not play into that game.
It's hard to not play into that game because Paul Craig's going to be persistent. You're going to be playing that game regardless. It's just if you're going to play that game on his term or your term, Swaggy.
No, I wouldn't want to play it on my terms. I would keep it striking and land as much damage as possible.
You're going to play that game regardless. The way Paul Craig is about to play, you're going to play that game, Swaggy.
Yeah, the thing is, there is an argument, just to jump in, sorry, Swag, there is an argument for either way, right? Like, he can just decide to take it and aggressively or forwardly grapple him in his own return, but he seems to have a bigger advantage on the feet. So I feel like I was airing with what I think you were saying, Swaggy, which is try and anti-grapple and land that striking. A lot of these straights and stuff will stop, you know, the clinch, which is what he's seeming to opt for. Now he can't get the takedown.
Yeah, no. Now they're just kind of... Mazzy really wants that takedown, and this is all he's got, it seems, because on the striking, he looks more as, like, continues to back up, and all he's looking for is the takedown. Like, this is his game plan going.
One-trick pony. He's a one-trick pony. He knows one trick, and he does that trick very well. And like I said, it's going to be here regardless, because he's going to be persistent unless you stun him with something. Unless you catch him coming in, Cyrus.
Yeah, I completely and utterly agree with you. And I will say one thing. People say boring and everything else, right? This isn't what we saw, you know, going back a few cards with somebody that had a fight overturned where nothing happened. Right now, Paul Craig is staying active on the mat. He is posturing up, he is throwing strikes, he is trying to advance, find submissions or ground and pound opportunities, and that is what we are asking for, not to stale it out in any position. And one thing that you cannot say about Mazzy is that he is not staling out these positions. He is trying to actively hunt one way or another. But Ginger is starting to counter a little bit, and this may allow him or afford him some opportunities to work his way back to the feet out here, Swag.
No, for sure. And that's exactly where Ginger wants to get. Ginger definitely wants to get back on the feet, because this is just going to be continuing to be Mazzy's show. Mazzy's just going to keep getting strikes in and or going for submissions, Shay.
All right, but here's the thing. This is one of these matches that test your resiliency and your patience, because it's easy to get frustrated here and get mad, but you have to keep your composure regardless, Cyrus, because it's easy to get mad at a fight like this.
Oh, easily, yeah, 100%. Like I said, it's one of the things that comes with time, it comes with experience, and Ginger now at this stage, he's still a young man, but he has a wealth of experience under him. He joined this thing a long old time ago, and he's put in the work, you know, and I feel like he's always had the raw reaction time and so on to be able to compete, but the mental game is starting to come a long way. I say that as he is really engaging in these submissions and quite honestly fumbling it in the largest way possible. I don't understand the decision making, Swaggy. It is leaving me speechless, bro, and I literally speak for a living. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
What he does. It's what he does. He comes in and he's like Dak fucking Prescott. He comes in and he chokes. He can never get it done. He can't get it done, Jay.
I like that. Dak Prescott. But listen, stop disrespecting Ginger. This match is not over, but Ginger's probably down 2-0, and he needs to hurt him. He needs to do something here, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. Look, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she isn't singing yet, but she's definitely warming up. Because once again, Paul Craig finds a takedown and advances his way, not into side control, but side saddle. Ginger fighting for his life right now. It may not feel like him because it's been a little bit slowed down for him. Now he's on bottom, but just defending when he needs to be attacking, Swaggy.
Yeah, Ginger needs to get back on his feet. I don't know why he's trying to play Mazzy's game down here. I don't know what he's trying to prove to anybody. he needs to get up and strike.
Here's the thing. At this point, I think Ginger is annoyed at this point. Like, at this point, his composure's probably gone. He probably went out of here.
You just give him a sub.
I wouldn't be mad at him, but Ginger has to make a very big comeback at this point if he want a chance to win, Cyrus.
He literally just give him that sub. He had a stam advantage. He give it to him. That's mad. Like, Ginger is fumbling right now. The pressure is getting to him. Jesus, what these bots, man. I don't understand these bots.
I got you.
Honestly, 2 minutes 20, not a lot of time to work. And Swaggy, when you're up against somebody like Mazzy, who has, quite clearly shown his ability to get it here, he's had 10 minutes to learn what you like to do. Oh my God, he reversed it! And he goes for his own submission. He needs about 4 of them.
4 in 2 minutes?
That's what he needs, bro.
Oh.
He had 1 shot. And he has another. He made another one. Back up.
Force him to get you have to force him to get up.
Can he do it with 1:20 left on the clock, or can Mazzy continue to interrupt him with this grappling onslaught?
This is tough for Ginger too, and this what scared me, because he needs a knockout, and if he over commits, he's going to get clinched again.
40 seconds left on the clock. Paul Craig in the side of Lil Mazzy put on a very, very tactical performance. He shut down Ginger in every way, shape, or form, and quite honestly, any opportunity that Ginger had, I feel like he threw it straight out. And I don't understand this decision making. I'm sure it's one he'll look back on with frustration, but for my money, that's a clear 3 rounds for the one and only Lil Mazzy. I mean, Mazzy did exactly what Paul Craig needed to do right there, Swaggy.
Yeah, Mazzy used Paul Craig to his absolute advantage, and he did exactly what Paul Craig goes in and does. Paul Craig likes to bring it to the ground and force people to go to the ground, and that's exactly what he did to Ginger. Ginger was doing a good job at first defending, but then he did get himself stuck down there, and I'm not sure why he made that decision, but he did. It happened, and GG's. It was,
Yes,
you would have already knew the outcome of this if you listened to the podcast, because I knew the outcome to this.
This is bang on what you said, to be fair. It is quite literally as you call it. Sometimes I'm like Swaggy, because Swaggy, you're an emotional guy at times. You like to get into a little bit of beef with some people in the community. People that you love sometimes as well. Like, you have a little bit of love for Ginger. Obviously, he does a lot. You guys work relatively close together, but I thought it was just a little jab at him, but apparently it's Mystic Swaggy out here. Mystic Swaggy calling another one.
I am Mystic Swaggy.
Well, look, another one in the books. That's the second fight here this evening. The third one is around the corner. EK Kahan stepping into the cage in the featherweight division, going up against NM Proxer, 2 well-known guys within the community. J-Dime, 2 very seasoned fighters. Obviously looking to really, really put a run together, but they find themselves in a similar spot. A 3-2 record for Kahan, coming off a recent loss, and NM Proxer, after a couple of wins, 2-1 right now, looking to work his way up the rankings with a big win over Kahan here this evening.
I wonder who they picking in featherweight too.
I think you're gonna like at least one of those picks, my man.
Okay, here we go. I like both of the picks. Okay, we got Big Arneezy, Arnold Almighty Allen versus Conor McGregor. I love this. I don't like the matchup realistically, but I love these 2 fighters.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I really should use Arnold Allen a little bit more myself, but I've been really liking Jourdain in this weight class. Now, Cub's my guy, right? But like Jourdain just has like a speed in it, and he's just a little faster. I don't know. He's a little bit more kind of like kickboxy, traditional, and he kind of works out pretty well for this weight class. We haven't seen him too much, which is a surprise.
Yeah, Jourdain is a sleeper pick. I don't know how I feel about this matchup. I also don't know how I feel about Arnold Allen. I know everybody loves him, but I don't think he's.
You watch your tone over there. Swag, we can't be having this, bro. We can't be. that is like slander of the highest form. That's one way to turn the Primetime family against you. I'm joking, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're starting out this fight relatively quickly, though. Kahan is going to have to find opportunities to explode with killer combinations because NM Proxer will have a speed advantage. He will have a slight range advantage if he's or reach advantage if he's able to maintain that range, as he seems to be trying to do with that left hand right now. Really good job of throwing that thing down the barrel and following up with a couple of roundhouses from time to time out here, Jay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The problem is Arnold's good at striking, but Connor's better than him everywhere he's good at except the ground.
Do not disagree. That left hook is money right now, Swaggy. Woo! Wow.
I can see how this fight's going. He's going to get bullied. We can see already what's about to happen.
Yeah, he didn't even try to jump at first. Like this is gonna. Yeah. Jay's not wrong.
I read in the chat when this fight was firstly getting loaded up, somebody said that they're not even trying to talk shit, but Proxer is washed. Are you joking me, bro? Are you joking me? This guy is on fire right now.
Who took that shit to heart?
Oh my! I don't even think he read that message. I just think he's upset for other reasons right now.
Like the doctor needs to come in and save Arnold.
He's not going to come in either. He's going to let my boy Arnold get beat up like this. That's what's going to happen, guys.
Look at his face. It's not a face no more. It's gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
No give up. And Kahan gets the up kick, continues to try and press forward, find his own shots, but the left hand sits him down once again.
Over.
Woo! Yeah.
This is over.
Oh, wow.
Ew, that wasn't a fight. That was a beatdown. That's what that was.
Rest in peace, Arnold Allen. Conor McGregor gets the W here this evening. What a fucking performance from NM Proxer, Swaggy, out there doing what many try to do, what some people struggle to do, and that is proving the haters wrong, showing that he's got the skills to compete.
I can't even call him a dog. He's like something bigger than a dog. He's like a dinosaur or something. That's crazy. Like he mauled Kaihan. Yeah, dinosaur. What's wrong with that? That's a good comparison. Dinosaurs are scary. T-Rex coming at you.
I don't know. I don't think a Toronto Raptor would scare me.
Fucking but that was the third fight in the books here at Primetime 119. Up next, another highly anticipated bout. We have so many killer matches in the lineup here this evening. Not enough of these fights have got some shine yet, but they will get the shine as their time is called. And right now, J Dime, it is EK Warrior up against EK Apollo. This, my man, this has fireworks written all over it. Bantamweight is the weight class. An incredibly fun weight class to be fighting in for 4 stars, especially because you got the picks like Cody, Sugar Sean O'Malley with the alter ego pick. I mean, it's a fun one, my man.
I'm interested to see how Cody Garbrandt is going to close that range and close that distance, because when they're using Sean O'Malley with them long range weapons, them jabs, them straights, those teep kicks, it's really tough, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sugar he's a menace to face because he's so long, and that length really hits you in the right spots, and it's not.
What happened?
Yo, pause. It's not. It's dangerous. It gets very dangerous at times because of his length, and Cody does need to get in there and just fight in the pocket, Jay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'll listen. I can't talk right now. I'll let Cyrus talk.
Well, as we continue, lads, talking about that length, Sugar Sean O'Malley utilizing it well, continuing to connect with shots. He is standing in the pocket a little bit too much, but as we take this moment after the first minute or so in this round, shout out to V-Pain, gifted the tier 1 sub to the champion here this evening, Smudger, getting that We've seen Toby Ruins MMA in the chat as well. We appreciate all of you guys, the biddies, the subs, the follows. You guys mean the world. I'm excited tonight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's an incredible lineup. 15 fights in total. As we're seeing right now, non-stop action, but we're all back. I mean, the Smudger, the champion, was ill last week. I was ill last week. You were ill last week. You know, we're all back, better than ever in fighting form, and I feel like it's, as we've seen already, only going to continue to turn out to be one of the most entertaining and historic events of PrimeTime's entire run. But as I say that, Apollo UFC seems to be covering, Jay, that range very, very well. He seems to have made certain adjustments, and the reach advantage of O'Malley doesn't seem to be impacting him too highly at this point in the fight.
Yeah, and I think Sean needs to move his feet a little bit because Cody got to break his block to get closer, and I think he's need to throw his straight and get out the way and bait the counter, Cyrus.
No, exactly right. And I will say, like, when he's going first, Warrior doing a good job. The problem is that he's taking pictures on the inside. I feel like that's where he's getting caught. He has got that reach. He's got, you know, the footwork to be a little bit more elusive, and he's trying to. But I have to say, Swaggy, with all of the things that we're saying, Warrior could try and adjust. Apollo's doing a great job of cage cutting and making this cage feel very, very small.
Yeah, he is, but he's still the one taking the damage. Like, O'Malley's starting to bleed now, but he's really just landing kind of small shots on his block. He is starting to finally get through that block.
Ooh.
But I guess it's all about the process.
That was lovely.
Oh!
He broke the game with it. That was a... Oh my God, man!
Ew.
Is that it? Sugar Sean O'Malley with a highlight sit down towards the end of that first round, but Cody Garbrandt saved by the fucking bell, J-Dime. I thought he was out right there, bro. I thought he was done.
Yeah, I did too. And now that's scary for Cody because his chin got cracked now. You know, once Cody get dropped one, every punch going to put him down. You just got to touch his chin, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And that's exactly what I was saying. Standing right in front of him like that was a bad idea. He was just kind of unloading on and then O'Malley was just waiting for the perfect shot. He landed two.
Whew. Starting out the second round in this 3-round scheduled bout. I don't think we're going to see a judge's scorecard here this evening as he sits him down once again. Oh, and again, Sugar Sean O'Malley looking for a finish early in the second, and he gets it.
That chin's cooked. That chin's cooked.
Yeah, that's the thing. It takes one. Once you hurt Cody, no matter how much progress he's made during the fight, once you hurt him once, it's like everything's gonna put him down. It's like a snowball effect, Cyrus.
Absolutely. I've mentioned this about fighters in the game like Cody Garbrandt, Cub Swanson's, a few other names as well. People who are fun to use, entertaining, striky, flashy styles. They're better hammers than they are nails. They can dish out the damage, but when they take it, it's donezo. But I think that for what I thought was a little bit of a tough opening 2 to 3 minutes, the way that Warrior bounced back in that bout, the way he was able to adjust with Sugar Sean O'Malley, utilize some of the advantages that he had, was fantastic, and ultimately is why he's walking away with another W here this evening. Credit to him and his camp. Be interested to see both guys back. But for right now, the night is EK Warriors, as he will go celebrating, obviously, that victory here this evening. Moving on right now to 3-0, Swaggy, which is a pretty, you know, favorable spot to be, as he's probably going to be breaching the top 15 with that win.
Yeah, no, that is a absolute beautiful record to have, especially in this division that's so close, Jay.
Man, that was a really good performance against his teammate Apollo, and there's nothing else I can say about that.
No, absolutely, bro, absolutely. The next one should be a very, very fun bout. One that I've been personally highly anticipating from the moment I saw this entire card get announced. One of the more highly supported guys within the community due to his silky smooth striking, and that is KM Intro stepping into the octagon after a recent loss, 3-1 currently. going up against the undefeated Atakan, looking to take his spot in the rankings with a victory here this evening. Of course, Atakan needs little to no introduction, an absolute menace in all regards of mixed martial arts, and he's going to have to look to utilize that up against the clinical tactician that is KM Intro. I mean, the guy is just a little too clean, even for his own good sometimes.
Oh, wait, change it off 5 rounds. Take it off 5 rounds.
Oh, yes. Good spot, J Dime. I believe it's Atakan. If you can turn this to 3 rounds, that would be appreciated. My man. No, they decided they're going to go in a 5, but that's okay. They've got 3 to get it done, lads. They've got 3 to get it done.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you have 2.5 rounds to get it done.
Eagle Eye Dime. That's the one, isn't it? Right. They touched them up. Starting out very quickly. Atakan on the side of Jorge Masvidal. Introspectively, KM Intro using the one and only Holland. Kevin's going to do a good job of continuing to try and utilize a slight power advantage, but I believe he has a slight speed disadvantage that Intro is going to have to fight around. Intro actually doesn't look as smooth as he has previously at the moment. It's just the footwork of him. I imagine that will settle as time passes, though, Jay.
I think it's those shorts that he's wearing. Like, why is Kevin Holland wearing Brazilian-colored shorts? I told you they should have never let y'all wear what y'all wanted to.
Yeah, some shorts do not look good on some fighters. Some fighters can rock every color, but then some, no.
Bro, I know I'm in the minority here, but bring back, like, guys wearing whatever shorts they want. If this guy wants to come out in leopard print shorts, let him come out in leopard print shorts,
I'd rather that than Brazilian-colored shorts. Like,
yeah.
He look like he's Jose Aldo right now.
Oh, wow. Okay, speeding up. Some good combinations right there on the inside. This is actually a more measured approach. I'll throw it back to you, Jay. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Oh!
He needs to get countered because he has not stopped throwing punches since he stunned him. Like,
What the?
like,
Is Jose Aldo that tall? He is not. He is not, my man. He is not.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Jose Aldo plus 8 feet. Like, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking as he did it, but this is a much more measured approach from Atakan. He's normally a little bit more forward heavy, a little bit more combinations galore, but he clearly respects what's coming back his way from Intro, and I feel like this, it's not hesitation out here, Swaggy, it's not hesitation, but a more measured approach is serving him well.
Yeah, he's being patient. He's waiting for a nice shot. As Intro's just kind of taking those nice shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I see in the chat they're asking what is the record of Turkey. That is Atakan. Of course, he is ranked number 15th at the moment, and he is undefeated at 2-0. So looking to remain undefeated. Of course, a tall task going up against his opponent, who only suffered his first loss in his last matchup. Was 3-0, now 3-1, looking to get himself back into the win column with an upset victory here this evening. Oh!
That's Intro's fault. He keeps throwing these long combos. He should keep the combos short and sweet, because he's getting caught on the last punch, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, that's exact. Like, Atakan's timing it perfectly to where he's landing on that last shot every time, Cyrus.
No, yeah, for sure, man. The timing has been great with it, but I do feel like it's slight overextendments by Intro, and it's really weird, man. Like I've never seen Intro fight like this. Like, he's not fighting bad, but it's just he's not fighting as technical as he normally would. He seems a little bit too much about like he's trying to like force a finish. Does that? I don't know if that feels exactly right, but I feel like that's what I'm seeing. He's trying to force stuff, Jay, and he's not kind of taking the more cerebral approach that he normally would.
Yeah, like I said, keep the combo short and then get out of there. He's getting caught because Turkey's slipping on that last punch. Like I said, Swaggy. Woo!
Oh, but to bring back what you said earlier, every time Atakan stuns him, he just don't stop throwing. So that could be a perfect situation for Intro to come in and counter. Is that a good idea, Jay? How do you...
Oh my goodness, man.
Nope.
I feel that he's about to
It's
get
not
hit.
going to work. It's not going to work for him.
This is what I feel like.
See, I thought he was trying to set it up.
Intro's been rushing this whole fight. Like, I'm not used to seeing him throw long, reckless combos all the time, Cyrus.
No, exactly, man. Exactly. When before tonight did you see Intro overextend? Not very goddamn often. He's done it more tonight than he has over his entire career. So something definitely a little bit off in the way that he's approached tonight. But he's now in the second round, approaching the midway mark, and he's got a lot of room for improvement. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Although he is ahead in stamina, the head health probably not going his way to a great degree. And Anakin seems, at least for my money, to be having momentum favor him. But this is mixed martial arts, and a fight can go absolutely any way out here, Swaggy. We'll have to see how this one plays out with a decent amount of time still left to go.
Yeah, no, for sure. Anakin is definitely up, I believe. They won that last round, definitely winning this round. But we do have more time, and Intro can definitely turn it around in the next one.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm about to say the counters be there for Intro. He just got to stop rushing it. He can counter him because Masvidal's throwing enough shots where you can counter a lot of those, Cyrus.
Yeah, he seems to have like incredibly active feet in this fight. Intro does. Seems to be shuffling in moments that he'd normally plant the throw. I don't know what that is. I don't know if... But he's so close to it. Like he's just in like the right sort of areas each and every time. And he seems to be opening up now a little bit. I feel like he's starting to find those openings. And he's choosing when to back out a little bit more cleanly. Not getting caught with as much damage, but of course, when you play with fire, sometimes you will get burnt, and Jorge's going to continue to hurl that shit right at you, bro. He's looking to land killer blows each and every time he opens up a combination out here. That spinning elbow keeps coming out as well. Swaggy. This guy's trading big damage right now.
Yeah, that spinning elbow has been thrown almost too much. it hasn't worked for Anakin. Maybe it's worked once, but it hasn't. He's thrown away too many times. He's just taking way too much damn away at this point. But he's winning, so what do I know?
Well, he has to, kind of replicate what had happened in the previous 2 rounds in this last one. They've left it on 5 rounds, but they've only got this one to get the job done. And then one of them's going to have to take a bow and take a front kick so that we can go to the judges' scorecards. For this is the 3rd and final round of this bout. Anakin gets another stun with Jorge Masvidal looking to press forward. Once again, Kevin Holland able to center himself and stay in the fight at least for this moment. But the combinations still just non-stop from the side of Jorge Masvidal. 1 or 2 steps off, then another 3-4 punches square at your door.
No. I'm taking his block off now. Yeah, it may be over for Intro unless he can find a counter in this situation, Swaggy.
Yeah, he needs to find something, and he needs to find something fast. It's kind of like he's just throwing meaningless shots right now. So is Anakin.
Yeah. I know, he hasn't done enough damage for Anakin to be too concerned about any of this right now. But of course, he does have the stamina to get a finish if he gets him rocked. But, that's a lot of time on Anakin. Still looking good in the block department. Wouldn't be surprised if this man shoots a double leg in a moment just to really slow the fight down in his favor. Basically, he just has to make the buzzer, and he's won the fight. I'm sure Anakin, though, with the way that he fights, is going to continue to look for the finish. He is a kill or be killed sort of individual. Yes, it is 5. It is 5. Oh! Anakin sits him down once again. Let's talk about the durability for a moment out here, J-Dime. Kevin Holland absolutely been through the wars here this evening, taken an ungodly amount of damage and still somehow trying to look to continue into the fight. Look at the canvas, just absolutely bloodied with him at the moment.
Oh my God. Nice, yeah. It may be over for intro. Like, I don't know what he could do here. Jorge is dominating the exchanges. It don't even matter at this point if it goes to the ground. He needs something. He needs a Hail Mary right now, Swaggy.
Yeah, he does need a Hail Mary. He needs some kind of KO of some sort, some magic, and I don't know if it's gonna come, Jay.
It's not coming. It's not.
Oh my. Oh, he's got him. This has got to be it. He survives it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
We know who won this.
Yeah, we know who won it. But let him take the front kick bow knockout so that we can see it officially on the judges' scorecards. But Atkin won this fight. There ain't no doubt, I think, in anybody's mind. That he got the victory, man. Yeah, GG's. Take the bow. Take front. Kick him, Anakin. Kick him. Kick him. One of you kick him. Kick him. Thank you. Jesus, man. I thought that they were just going to keep bowing. That would be terrible. Well. It was a fun fight, man. It was a fun fight. Obviously weird with this fourth round knockout weirdness, but see if he can quickly pull up the judges' scorecard to make it official, and then we can skip on and get into the rest of the absolute madness that is promised here at Primetime 119. But KM intro, Atkin moving us through this preliminary card very, very nicely. That was ranked number 13th, KM intro, going up against ranked number 15th, Atkin. Atkin now, of course, 3-0, a very, very strong position to be in. Yeah, he was miles ahead, bro. As expected, very, very good job. Dominant performance from Atkin. Feeling very, very good about that, and obviously remaining undefeated, something that's very difficult to do in these weight classes or in these divisions right now, Swaggy. It's not easy. It's not easy to remain undefeated. It's not easy to work your way into the top 10 and be undefeated. And that's right now. That's right now what Atkin is trying to do, and doing very, very well. 3-0. Don't know where he's going to be, but you know he's going to be there or thereabouts. And the more he can stay undefeated, you never know how closely a title implication fight will be around the corner.
I mean, hard to not lose fights around here under the Primetime banner, because there's every single time somebody steps in the cage, they're going in to give it their all, Cyrus.
Exactly right. And talking about two fighters that give it their all, J-Dime, these next two fighters, fit that label absolutely exactly. We be having SVJ, JX Goated, who is 3-1, going up against AKA Amazon, who is currently, believe it or not, on a 4-fight win streak. He was 1-4 in the division. He's now 5-4, 4-fight win streak, and he's literally back on a murdering spree. This one is in middleweight out here, J-Dime, and it's one where you don't want to blink, my man. You do not want to blink.
I'd like to fight in their primes. Nick Diaz and Kevin Holland. The build-up would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It would actually. It'd be very funny. Big mouth v Nick.
So, fun fact about what Cyrus just said, with Amazon being 1-4 at one point, he actually DM'd Doc and told him, I will be back on the main card. And look at him now. He's back, well, not on the main card, but he's back on the live card, and that's exactly what he wanted. 5-4, ugly record, but, he went through it to get here. That's all that matters, Jay.
Yeah, he had to go through some adversity just to get here. He was getting his ass whooped. He was on a slump. But sometimes you gotta wait till the storm pass by. Now it's his time, Swaggy.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe, he can turn that 5 wins into 6 wins tonight, Cyrus.
Yeah, absolutely. King Amazon wants to turn his lowest lows right around and make them into his highest heights. And that starts here this evening. If he's able to get a big W over SVG Goated, a very tactician in his striking approach. He likes to utilize head movement and combinations to get the job done. So far, so fucking good for him, landing good combinations and able to stifle the early takedown attempt from King Amazon. Amazon has some adjusting, to do still, but incredibly early, and these guys still really just trying to get big reads on each other at this moment, Swaggy.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of reading going on And now Amazon's starting to try to pour in damage. Take him to the ground, Jay. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see what he does from here.
Yeah, it's a good idea if you take his back. It's a good idea if you're grappling on your terms. If you're on your back, it's a horrible idea.
King Amazon has had submissions on his resume in the past. Of course, SVG goated, no stranger to the grappling exchanges, and as a result, able to get a couple of nice denials in early. There's a lot of time to work right now, though, Swaggy, as they move across to this position. Has to stop that back take with everything he can, but isn't able to, my man.
Oh, no, that's dangerous, especially with Amazon sitting on your back now, just waiting for the subs to come out. Just waiting for the submissions, Jay.
We are all good. He is able to get him into an armbar position with a minute left to work. He's racing him down with the stamina, but he hasn't got it and utilizes it there to take his back instead. Smart move. Goated. Now trying to capitalize on the low stamina Amazon to move through positions, but with only 50 seconds left on the clock, he may be better to think more defensively and to conserve his stamina a little bit going into this second round, Jay.
Man, I didn't think I'd see a grappling match between Kevin Holland and Diaz. I thought we stand in the middle, point in the middle, and they just bang. I thought that's what would happen.
Woo!
Ooh.
Oh, maybe they heard you, Jay, because they stood right up. Now they're banging.
There we go. I'm glad they heard him.
But there was some nice striking up until then, and as you can see, they got right back to it after that grappling exchange for approximately a minute or so in that first round. Either way, highly entertaining action throughout the course of that bout. I expect it to continue. The feeling out process is done, Swaggy. Now, action looks to be going 100 miles per hour.
Yes. Yes, now action hopefully stays 100 miles per hour, and it looks like it's going to, Jay.
Man, I'm glad they listened. No more grappling. I just want y'all to stand in the middle. You know what I'm saying? No thoughts. Don't do no setups. Just swing.
PrimeTime. Yes, sir. I mean, PrimeTime Time wants to see action, and so do we. Non-stop, continued virtual violence. Woo! I'm liking the approach these guys are taking. Axe kick blocked, could have been disastrous. SVG goated though, really approaching this fight in an educated fashion. Amazon has had his back pressed up against the cage in the past though, Swaggy. He's bounced back from more than just this. He still has time to make those adjustments. He is using Nick Diaz, the engine, the zombie. Can he turn it around? A front kick lands.
I mean, he's been through it all season, but we know he can turn it around. We know he can for sure turn it around. And I don't think he's necessarily out of it yet. Oh, he's not out of it yet. Look at him.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it might be over.
Woo!
Oh.
Goated takes his back in a vital and pivotal moment where he was having all of the damage landed on him. He's able to now go into the armbar position, and he's going to get that cinched in with a 0 stamina. Rolls him over. No, he's out of it. Somehow he survives. King Amazon moving from position, fighting for his life, Jay.
Holy.
Yeah, that was clutch right there. And guys, can we get up now?
I don't think King Amazon's going to rush it back to the feet, as he almost got taken out a couple of moments ago, but I could be wrong. Postured ground and pound. Amazon
I think this is Amazon's game plan coming into this, to mix it up. Be on the feet a little bit, bring it to the ground. Be on the feet a little bit, bring it to the ground. Because it is confusing. It is confusing goated over here. He's not doing as well on the ground as he is on the feet, Jay.
Yeah, and that's why you have to make your opponent play your game. You can't play the same game with him. If you got advantage grappling, do that, Cyrus.
Yeah, definitely so, man. Definitely so. And especially in a fight like this where you've been rocked a couple of times, sat down, you've got to be able to make the adjustments now. We talk about it so often. You know, adjustments, momentum, big factors in a fight. The ability to put all of your tools together. That's what showcases high fight IQ. King Amazon, being the veteran he is, trying to do that, but looks like he may have met his match, as Goated is able to reverse position at the end of the round once again. Goated trying to really upset the storyline of Amazon here this evening, Swaggy, trying to make this guy who bounced back to a 4-fight win streak go back into the losing column, and he's doing a great job of really stifling the offense, whether it be the grappling or the striking of Amazon, kind of just doing everything just about right to put him off continuing that combination or continuing that submission hunt.
Yeah, bro. He's trying to send big guy Amazon back to the unaired card. It's not fair. But Amazon's doing his thing. Amazon's not gonna let him go that easy.
Oof. Hit to the body.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'm saying. If you get into a pull war with someone, please just go to the body. It's that simple. You don't have to pull, then he pull. Just go to the body like he did. And good takedown by Nick Diaz, too. If it's 1-1 right now, this is a good takedown.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
He risked it for the ground and pound, able to get a couple of shots in. Now risks a submission, but a great denial once again from King Amazon. Can he move from top mount into a more advantageous position, a more defensively sound position? No, he cannot, as another submission is attempted by SVG Goated, this time with low stamina. King Amazon's going to need a miracle to get out of this one, and he does! The resilience of this man, Swaggy, sticking in this fight.
Holy shit. He don't want to go back to the unaired. It's a dark, miserable place down there, the unaired card. This is where Amazon wants to be. Amazon wants to be up here under the bright lights. He do not want to go back to unaired, Jay. He's doing everything in his power.
He had a sub. He fumbled that. Like, I can't even lie. He for sure just fumbled that sub.
Third and final round. 1-2 head kick from Holland lands. Trying to press through, but gets caught overextending. Can King Amazon turn it around?
Go to the body. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Oh my goodness, man.
I don't know if Amazon gonna survive this.
No, this is tough.
Oh my! I think it's over. Ooh, he's still surviving.
Whew. Nicholas Diaz somehow surviving. Nice.
It's crazy because this match isn't over.
No.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
It might be over.
It is.
It's over.
Do you know the craziest thing about that, Jay? You are so right, bro. Where was the body work? He could have, like, where's the body? Do you know? From either one of those guys, to be honest with you. They were headhunting like a motherfucker out there. But a really fun fight either way.
Yeah, that was a good fight. I can't even lie to you. I know Amazon gonna look back at this match and be mad at himself. And even Nick Diaz is gonna, not Nick Diaz, even Kevin Holland is gonna look the same way. He's gonna look at, even though he won, he's gonna look at this and say, I could have did more.
Very, very likely.
They could have both had better showings. By the end of it, Amazon was absolutely brutally gassed without bodywork being done.
Very true. Very true. Look, like I say, I found it a fun fight. I don't feel like it was either one of their guys' best performances, but it was still an entertaining bout. They really let it go when they needed to and looked for a finish, although they weren't able to get one. Holland getting the victory, though, as expected. A great bout from him. Was really able to, put it to Amazon and make it a difficult night for Amazon. And it's about winning on your bad nights, not just your good nights. That's what separates the good from the great. And, of course, that's what he was able to do here this evening, as he's able to pick up another W in his respected division. Now moving on to 4-1, back in the win column, the one and only SVG Goated, representing for himself and his camp. With that being said, though, lads, we now have the featured frickin' fight of Primetime 119, J-Dime TV, Dr. Swaggy Kush Call Me Swag is up in the featured fight, up against George. Both guys undefeated, putting that O on the line here this evening. We'll go to you first, Swag, since Call Me Swag, of course, shares a similar name to yourself, my man. Call Me Swag.
Similar.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. He's a dog. He's a dog, so I allow him to keep it. He once told me that, you know, he's the real Swaggy, and I was like, listen, kid, you'll never be the real Swaggy. However, you can call yourself Swag. It's fine. And I'll indeed call him Swag as well, because he's a dog. But on the other side of Call Me Swag, he's got George. George is the only guy in any esports promotion with a normal ass name. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. George might walk in here and whoop Call Me Swag's ass.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. So we have George versus the real Swag. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we can say why we call you Swag, because he's the one who's actually winning. Like you're the other guy. You're Swag too. You ain't won. So the real Swag versus George should be a good matchup here.
I completely and utterly agree, and we're going to get to see them as Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal. This is in lightweight, of course, and I feel like this makes for a fun matchup. Obviously, the big grappling and submission threat is going to be on the side of Gilbert Burns, but as many people know, typically most people throw hands with Gilbert and don't typically employ that too often. No touch of gloves, though. Quick jab to the face. Jorge not wasting any time. Swag all business here this evening, Swaggy. Trying to stick and move, but eats a 1-2 off Gilbert Burns.
I hate when people fight in Apex. It's just, the lighting's like garbage in there.
Same too, bro. Same.
Yeah.
And I think it's like legal. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
It's like legal cheating as well because the cage is smaller.
Oh my goodness.
Bodywork.
The real Swag is doing his thing right now. I can't even lie to you. Oh, good change up by George. But the way this fight looking, if this stays on the feet, it's just gonna be Swag gonna just piece him up. He's too clean for him, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah. First of all, let's nip those disrespectful little shots you're throwing right in the butt right now. And second of all, yeah, Call Me Swag's doing his thing. He really is. But he got George on top of him right now. So we'll see how George takes this, Cyrus.
Absolutely. After about 1:40 of success from Call Me Swag, he finds himself in the exact position he did not want to be in, and that is in any grappling exchange with Gilbert Burns. But a beautiful denial and submission attack is going to allow him to sink in one submission here early in the fight. It's not going to allow him to win the fight, but it's going to chip away at him, and it's going to put it in the mind of George as they move forward, J-Dime, that, you know, that this boy's got grappling chops to go with it as well.
Yeah, and this is a big thing for Swag because this is where George thought he had an advantage. If Swag assert dominance here, it kind of takes away George's hope, Swaggy.
Yeah, this is also huge for Swag on the feet because he did just get a tiny armbar in, which smashes his block a little bit. His block's not going to be as strong now.
Oh, nice. Oh my goodness, we should have known what was going to happen in this fight. His name is George 2533. There's no way he was winning this fight.
Too many numbers.
You say
That's too many numbers.
You say that, but the man is undefeated. He doesn't believe in your superstitions.
It's not a superstition. The reason he's undefeated is because he's playing people like Swaggy Dr. Kush. That's why.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow, bro.
I'm killing it on the unaired right now. All right, I got dogs calling me out. Don't get me started.
Don't worry, you two will get the opportunity.
Busy free food. That's why.
You two will get your opportunities to go at each other at some point in the future when we do our next Bad Blood card, I am sure. These guys, for the submissions, Call Me Swag is looking like he's trying to show that there's levels here this evening. He's on, bro. He's on. George may be tapping in this second round, if not knocked out. He's going to change something up. You know, honestly, Gilbert Burns cannot allow this to go onto the mat, period, Swaggy, at all. He cannot.
Nah. And what's crazy is, like, you would think that was his game plan going in, but Swag has completely shitted that game plan. Like, he's gonna have to George is gonna have to completely rewrite the script now. He's gonna have to figure it out. He's gonna have to figure out a whole new game plan, a whole new move.
Man, here's the problem. If what's his name? My bad, Gilbert. If Gilbert Burns gets subbed by Jorge Masvidal, that would be the most insane thing ever. Mr. Multiple-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion gets subbed by Jorge Masvidal, Cyrus. I don't know nothing about MMA.
Yeah, you'd have to give him his black belt. That is... Yeah. Oh, Jesus, man. Call me swag. Maybe he might have this fight in the bag. He could have knocked him out if he carried on, but he decided to take him down and submit him to add insult to injury. Good work. Can Gilbert turn this around? He's at a stamina disadvantage. His opponent has already got 2 very, very deep submissions in. Only one more is going to be required to get the finish, but a nice denial allows George to stay in it a little longer. The issue is, J-Dime, that there's 3 minutes 25 left to work, and now he's fucked.
Oh,
and now he's fucked.
Yeah, he's fucked. It's over. He has been subbed. Jorge Masvidal has subbed Gilbert Dorino Burns. That's what just happened.
Woo! Bro, never...
No, don't say him respect. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you get beat up, right? If someone beats you up and say respect, that's more disrespectful. Because why are you giving me respect after you just whooped my ass? What is there to be cool about? That's worse than being cocky.
Gee. Honestly, I'm a little lost for words. Call me swag is bursting onto the scene right now. He is... Look at his land percentages. An incredibly accurate player. It's one thing I really, really rate highly is the percentage of lands, shots thrown. Just the all-around accuracy and the efficiency of his grappling that went with it. It put him into a position there where he was almost impossible to be stopped. I mean, what could George have done? Because call me Swaggy went out there and fucking delivered, bro. He lived up to his name, truly, here this evening.
Yeah, no, he let that dog out, and at first I really thought Swag was gonna try to, really show out his striking here, but then George wanted to take it to the ground, and Swag was like, all right, I can do it here too, and he got Jorge a black belt.
He did. Absolutely he did. Look, it's been an incredible night of fights already. We had 15 fights scheduled for this evening. We are kind of, approaching that midway point, or kind of at that midway point. We have 8 fights left on tonight's card. It is kill as row as to be expected. 2 title fights to tip out the entirety of tonight's card, with FSK Fadanator looking to go up against an incredibly worthy opponent with ice in his veins in KM Frosty. And then, of course, that main event between NM Smudger and AKAMG. It is a fight fan's delight, as PrimeTime MMA once again promises and continues to deliver on all of your virtual violence needs. We will, as is traditional, of course, as we approach this midway mark, take approximately a 60-second intermission as we get these guys all set up for the main card. So get your refreshments, do your toilet breaks, and get strapped in for the continued action of PrimeTime 119 as we get all set for the main card of this evening. What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime 119 back in full effect. The continued action only continues to promise. The virtual violence that we have become so accustomed to seeing. J-Dime TV, Dr. Swaggy Kush in the commentary booth with me here this evening. Pleasure to have you lads here as always. Guys, it's been an emotional roller coaster already, and I will slip across to our fight card graphic for a moment. We have 8 fights left this evening. Non-stop killers. Swaggy, I'll go to you first, my man. This first fight that's up, they're ready, they're raring to go. KM, Scarface, BFAP, motherfucking Trixie, back in the octagon. Brother, this is a fight that all fight fans around the world and Primetime supporters have been excited for. Two incredibly game competitors looking to put it all out there as Scarface puts on a 3-fight win streak at risk to go up against the undefeated Xbox GOAT in BFAP Trixie.
Nah, this is such a crazy fight. And I didn't even know Trixie was back because I was on my deathbed last week. And then I found out in live time on the podcast that Trixie returned in fantastic fashion. And now he's in an absolute battle with Scarface. I do believe this fight's going to end up being a war. Look at these matchups, too.
Absolutely. Scarface go in. The one and only Conor McGregor J-Dime. And standing across from him, BFAP Trixie looking to put a masterclass on with Leon Rocky Edwards. They touched them up for round 1. And it's underway, brother. The main card is here.
This is tough. This is a tough matchup. I actually don't like going against welterweight Conor with Leon unless I'm going to use some grapple. Like, you just got to keep it clean. Do not get into no crazy exchange with Conor because he still does have that power, Swaggy.
Yeah, he does have that power still at welterweight, and he can land at any second. Conor is a tricky one in every weight class he's in, Cyrus.
Absolutely, man. That left hand has that godly power in it. The one-hitter quitter, if you will. And Leon Rocky Edwards has to be cognizant of that throughout the entirety of the scheduled 15 minutes. Swift Trixie, a veteran Grizzly Savage, and veteran at this stage, though, eating a couple of shots early. He normally has 25 minutes left to work J-Dime. This time he's only got 15, and he has to look to use that time efficiently as he gets another lovely little pull counter attack in the body.
Yeah, he's landing some good shots, but he is getting caught sometimes by Conor, and every time Conor punches Leon, it has a big effect, Swaggy.
Ooh. Yeah, it does have a big effect, but Trixie's doing a good job at just keeping Conor at bay with his distance.
It's okay.
We have Toby Ruins MMA in the chat. Are we not going to mention that Trixie was a former champ and 1-0 so far in the UFC season? Bro, he is now 2-0 at this stage. He's looking to go 3-0, but I can understand the confusion as his first fight is crazily was on the unaired portion of the cards. But yes, it is unusual. Of course, the man had to take a step away, had some personal things to attend to, went to the mountains, came back looking healthy, and is doing some work out here this evening. Although I will say, Swaggy, his opponent Conor McGregor, EK Scarface, UFC, is really keeping him honest here this evening. Is looking good and is has been a very game opponent. Although he did just get taken down very cleanly by Trixie.
Yeah, Scarface is coming in and trying to get a massive win on his resume because beating Trixie anywhere you beat Trixie is a massive win on your resume. And I honestly believe Trixie came back for one reason, and that's to defend his record because, you know, there's somebody getting close to his record, and I think Trixie's back to try to defend it.
Well, I will say that I, for one, J-Dime, was over the moon when I heard that Trixie was doing well and that he was considering coming back to competition. He is back in full effect here this evening, making his opponent work in some ground exchanges when the striking was only somewhat going his way. He's not a man that likes to win by narrow margins. He wants to absolutely dominate in these performances and had to mix it up to really kind of take that round and, you know, make it his own.
Yeah, because you don't want to get in a kickboxing match with Conor, even if it is welterweight Conor, you want to make him have to fight a full MMA match. Make him play to your strengths. Make him play at his weaknesses. And Conor has nothing for him on the ground, Swaggy.
No, Conor does have 0 on the ground for Trixie right now. And Leon does have good ground game too, a decent ground game. So, you know, Trixie is at the advantage there. And Trixie's just having his way with him on the ground, Jay.
Yeah, and Leon, to me, has underrated grappling because, let's not forget, he took Usman down when no one thought anyone could take him down. And he took Colby Covington down recently too, Cyrus.
He did that, bro. He did that. Oh, my goodness! Trixie letting it all go. The left hand lands, the right hand lands, sits him down and follows up with a forward movement into position. Now looking to rain down ground and pound with 3 minutes 50 left on the clock, Swaggy. This is an absolute delight to the BFAP camp and to the former champion in Trixie, who is getting massive success in what has always historically been his best round, this second round right here.
Yeah, man, it looks like Trixie's trying to not leave the second round. He's trying to stay here. He's trying to finish it right here.
Stuck. He's so stuck right here. There's nothing he can do with it.
This was a one-way ticket to Foxville, and Swift Trixie looking to looking to get himself to 3-0 here this evening. Elbows getting rained down. Scarface in a world of trouble. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock as well, Swaggy. And, it is an uphill battle right now for Conor McGregor.
There's like it's like a hematoma forming on Conor's eye from those elbows. She's getting real violent out here. Trixie's just landing the bows, landing the punches, and he's just moving anywhere he wants. He looks like me on Monday. It's going crazy right now out there, Jay. He's going wild.
You should have said Conor looks like you on Monday, but I'm not gonna lie, it's looking real bad for Conor right now. Trixie is doing whatever he wants to him. Oh my, is he gonna slam him? That's the best moment Conor's had this fight, Cyrus.
Absolutely, it was. Now he's back on the feet. Of course, he has to utilize that striking of Conor McGregor, that left hand of Fury, but the head health damage. Nice head kick! A little bit more of that, but the body gets punished. Swift Trixie, a man on a mission. He smells blood in the water. Beautiful, beautiful move. Knockout of the night right there. That, for me, knockout of the night. The clinical approach. The shot selection on the way down. J Diamond doesn't get any cleaner than that right there. Trixie is back. And he is back with a fucking message to the rest of the division. And that's that they better not have forgot. Swift Trixie still here. Still goated.
Man, that was a statement. That was a flawless victory. He beat him everywhere. On the ground. On the feet. Wherever he wanted to take it, he beat him there.
I see Roger in the chat quoting Anderson Silva. I back, guys. I back. That's what it felt like, Swaggy. That's what it felt like. It felt like the the coming out party of Trixie once again, really, really announcing his return to the division and to the competitive run here at Primetime MMA.
Yeah, man. Trixie's that guy. Trixie's always had that dog in him. And I can't wait till Trixie wins a couple more. Maybe we can see him in the title picture. You know, we'll see real soon. I know he's trying to touch gold again, and we'll see real soon. But now we have a big fight to get into.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. You know, he's one of my favorite fighters to see compete. Period. A man that's. Some people have been calling him a gatekeeper recently because he hasn't been able to get his hands on that belt, right? And I don't like to call people gatekeepers, especially because I don't feel like his story is written yet. I just feel like he hasn't been able to accomplish it as of yet. But right MMA, a man that has a massive ceiling, like he genuinely, the sky's the limit for this man in terms of his fundamental core abilities and his fight IQ. An incredibly gifted competitor here at Primetime MMA. Won, I believe, Submission of the Year last year, or the year before last, and obviously we haven't got this year's award, but a really well-rounded guy, Jay. And I say all of this because that is something that I feel is massively needed in this next matchup, because he is going up against the ever fearsome I'm the GOAT, and I'm the GOAT representing B3 as always, has been a menace on the mat for longer than I can remember, but he showed recently that his hands have come a long way, and he may just look to sit you down with a flurry of fallacious combinations.
Here's the thing, when it comes to I'm the GOAT of MMA, he surprised everyone last week when he beat up Samurai Robin. Like, it wasn't grappling, he beat him up on the feet. And let me say something about Samurai Robin. He's been looking washed ever since Smudger beat him up. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, GOAT has surprised people because he was just a grappler at one point, and now his hands are starting to catch up with his grappling, Cyrus.
I completely and utterly agree with you. That was a big stage or advancement he needed to make in his game, and ultimately it's going to make him double the competitor he is, because people now have to worry about everything setting up that ground game instead of that really being the only thing you had to be concerned about. Ripe MMA, though, of course, going to have to use that comfortable nature that he has in every position, the confidence that he's not going to be a fish out of water no matter where the fights go, to really let those hands go. Because you know that GOAT of MMA isn't going to waste any time letting his game plan go, as we just saw right there, Swaggy. Beautiful single leg power takedown, getting a massive, massive dump on that with 4 minutes left to work and a lot of time for GOAT to work. This is a bad spot for Ripe to be in this early in the fight.
Yeah, this is a really bad situation for Ripe to be in right now, especially against GOAT. But Ripe has been in these situations before a lot of times in his career, and he's gotten out. So I'm sure there's a lot of time left, like you said. I'm sure Ripe will get out of this specific situation, but maybe GOAT will continue this down the road. And it looks like this is his game plan coming in. Kind of smother him.
Jeez. Wow.
This is bad. This is bad for Ripe because it's still early in the match, and this is GOAT's game, Swaggy.
Yeah, this is GOAT's game. GOAT's known as a grappler more than a striker, and he's really shown it.
Nice denial. That's a good submission. Getting sunk in right there. Does a great chunk to Toporia's submission meter. Go straight into another one right here with the armbar, and this is done. Beautiful work.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful work.
That was easy. That was easy work. Like, that was bad for Ripe because the match got to the ground that early. And while they're still drying, there's still a lot of time on the clock, and he ended that, Cyrus.
Absolutely, he did. GOAT of MMA capitalizing on that momentum that he was able to gain. Some big mistakes made, giving him such a large stamina advantage going into that position. And GOAT of MMA allowing his knowledge of the game and these positions, allowing him to be able to chain those combinations together. The first one is really where Ripe messed up. And, realistically, if he should have realistically got it there. His opponent had 0 stamina. That was a one-shot one right there. But able to get out of it, moved across, armbar down. GOAT of MMA. Am I right in saying that this guy... No? Is he not undefeated? He almost undefeated. 4-1 right now on a 4-fight win streak. So he lost his very, very first fight, and now he's on 4-fight win streak. That's an incredible thing. We've only seen that sort of thing happen once before, Swaggy, and that was actually, funnily enough, with Trixie. He lost his first, when he went on that 20-odd fight win streak, where that made him, the GOAT of the Xbox division. He actually lost his first fight of the season and bounced back with a massive, massive run. Maybe GOAT of MMA, or I'm the GOAT, is looking to do that here or start that with wins like that.
Well, hey, with a win over Ripe, a win over Robin last week, those are 2 crazy, crazy people to put on your resume.
Now it's time.
I don't think Robin's washed. That statement was crazy earlier, Jay.
That's how I feel.
You said it again.
It's just how I feel. It's been a downward spiral ever since that Smudger fight for Samurai Robin. He may be able to get it back, but he hasn't looked the same.
He's like only fought once or twice. Gotta give him time.
I'll be honest with you, it is wild to say that he's washed. I do not believe that in any which way, shape, or form. I expect to see him back better than fucking ever. J-Dime, you are wrong, my man. You are.
Yeah, you hate
it. but. Look, this fight here is one that I highly anticipate. And we have been speaking about a little bit even leading up to this. John Africa was talking the talk leading up to this card. He was making his call-outs straight away after that last matchup. And he knew the opponent he wanted. I'll throw it to you, J-Dime. He wanted CV, a fight that not many people want. And he called him out confidently, saying that he wanted to make a statement here this evening, and CV obliged, accepting that. There's a little background with this one as well, brother, but I'll leave it all up to you. This makes for a fun matchup, man. A really fun matchup.
Yeah, I think this is a really good matchup. This is a good technical matchup. I respect John Africa because John Africa has a really good mind for this game. Like all the game plans he come up with for WR, and he's coming off a flawless victory last week, which was one of the best performances we ever seen. But CV is a staple of this PlayStation division, Swaggy.
CV is a staple. CV hasn't been around much this season, but I'm glad to see CV doing more fights now. And we'll see how he does against John Africa, because John's been on a tear.
This is an interesting matchup because Alex has them leg kicks. He has that power, but Anderson Silva has one thing to his advantage, which is his 98 chin and his 100 cut susceptibility, Cyrus.
Yeah. I'm not sure what his the actual stat on his head movement is as well, but of course, just the ability to be so evasive. It is 100, just to be so evasive, of course. Going to play a big factor to try and help avoid that left hand or lead hook of Alex Pereira, who's going to absolutely shake the universe of Anderson Silva every time he connects. The power is unnatural from Alex Pereira, and it doesn't take too many to really kind of change a fight and the entire kind of complexion of that fight here, Swaggy.
Yeah, but you have to remember, CV is Anderson Silva, and all the way to the beginning when this game first came out, you know, CV was really big on these defensive buffs, and they're kind of here now, so we'll actually see what he can do with Anderson Silva. I kind of did. I saw that high roll.
I saw from... I saw in the chat from Beecham, ping with a question mark. Yeah, these guys did have a slightly higher ping, stable. There is a bit of a distance between them due to obviously this being an international league, but they were aware of that coming into this. They chose this fight and wanted to play. You know, they're fighting at an equal playing field. Slight delay for both guys, but it is a steady. It isn't jumping around out here, J-Dime. It's not like, you know, stopping and starting. So these guys are able to fight in a very fluid match so far, and not making any excuses for the match that they're putting out.
Yeah. This is going to be a chess match, a very technical match, Swaggy.
Yeah, it is going to be a very technical match, and I do believe both guys have the right picks to go into a very technical matchup like this as well, Cyrus.
I completely agree. Now, obviously, there's going to be a certain advantage for John Africa in terms of the power and the speed that he's going to have in his favor, but as you can see, CV, one of the better counter strikers in mixed martial arts in UFC 5 period. But although he eats a flying freaking knee right there, my man, he's just really good at measuring his approach. But he's getting caught on the inside, Jay, which is a little bit unusual for CV. He's not normally susceptible to those sorts of shots.
Yeah, because he threw a body kick in boxing range. So if it was any closer, that hook would have put him down, Cyrus.
No, exactly, bro. Exactly right. CV trying to be the aggressor in this octagon now, trying to walk forward. Misses that, gets punished with a lead hook that does not do more damage, surprisingly enough, Swaggy. But final 10 seconds of the opening round, a competitive one, a highly tactical bout. But big damage started to get landed as we approach the final 2 minutes or so of that round. You can see these guys starting to recognize some opportunities for damage, and they've both been able to capitalize. You can only imagine the way that this fight is going to continue, but right now this is already one of those don't blink sort of fights as former teammates meet up in the match that everybody was calling for to settle it once and for all here this evening.
I'm just ready for next round. This is a great fight here.
Well, EA better give it to us. There it is.
Okay, thank you, EA. Do not do this.
Ready.
10-9 Africa from Sancro in the chat. 10-10 from Real Art of War. Toby Ruins MMA, the official scorecard guy, in between rounds, going 10-9 to John Africa. Spinning elbow lands. CV getting a little bit more active, and he's got a stamina advantage early, so he may be able to capitalize on that, Jay, if he's able to continue this elusive footwork.
Yeah. It's still, even though he's having success, it's still a dangerous game you play with Alex Pereira, Swaggy.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous game you play with Alex Pereira standing this close, throwing that much, because just one shot can put your lights out. Bad. One uppercut, one hook perfectly landed by Alex Pereira. It could be GG's.
Yeah, but the things I love about CV is like the way he sets things up. Like he'll throw like one feint and then his opponent will react by bringing their block up high so he can set up the roundhouse to the body. Just everything's in sequence with CV. Everything is perfectly calculated. It does mean that there are certain rhythms and rhymes to what he does, but it's too hard to see those coming when he's landing roundhouses and left hooks on that jawline. Beautiful work from CV, the former champion, trying to put it all together up against John. Oh!
Ooh.
He's trying to make him regret calling him out to start with J-Time. A double rock, 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. And John Africa in a world of pain right now.
John Africa is about to look for one shot.
He's looking for one while CV's looking for 10. And that's just the thing here. It seems like CV's one step ahead of everything John tries to do.
Oh my.
Oh!
That's it.
All right, okay. Well, this match ends. Right? Oh my. I was about to say, this is what I was about to say to you, Swaggy. I told you, before we even got here, I said he was going to be prepared. I said, Cyrus, I said what it was.
Dero, absolutely. Right in opposition. He's going to get a submission here. Submission victory by CV. Beautiful work. Triangle finish. And there it is. The former champion does it again. With a submission victory after some sensational striking. This man can truly do it all. Impeccable. Doesn't quite cut it. An incredible competitor. A former champion. And I'm sure, will be a champion at some point in his future. This man has a lot to give. Although he's given so much already. Swaggy, a beautiful performance from the one and only CV.
Yeah, it was a great performance by CV. CV really came in, showed those defensive buffs, did what he had to do, beat the dog shit out of John Africa in the second round. And, you know, if CV could get rid of the first round in every fight, I feel like he could. And then just start with the second and just go in and end it there.
Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke.
An emotional roller coaster, as always, J-Dime, but another fun one to put into the history books. Unfortunately, John Africa's hype train gets derailed with a matchup that obviously he was clearly calling out with. I'm sure that he will go back to the drawing board with what remains camp and come back with another game plan, another run to end out this season. But for right now, my man, we move upwards and onwards throughout this card. We have 5 fights left on the agenda, and that is AKA Dave up next, going up against BFAP Naznim. Bantamweight is the weight class, my man. 2 competitors that absolutely leave it all in the octagon each and every time. I'm excited for this one, to say the absolute least.
Which Dave are we getting? That's the thing. Dave is either the best in the world or the worst in the world. But lately, if I'm not mistaken, David has been performing very well, Cyrus.
He's on a +3 fight win streak right now. So the records currently are 4-1 on the side of AKA Dave, and he's on a +3 fight win streak. And he's going up against the undefeated opponent in BFAP Naznim, who is actually 3-0. So both guys winning. They're 3-3 in their last 3, Swaggy, and they're going to be matching up in bantamweight now with 5-star picks available, going Peter Yan up against Sandhagen. What a match.
Dave is known for like winning 5, then losing 5, then winning 5, then losing 5. So, and he's only on 3 right now. So I got Dave.
Oh, I just thought about. Hey, who did Dave just beat? Dave got a really good. He beat Mix-Up last week, right? That's who he beat last week.
Yeah,
because that was a great win.
Yes.
Nice. Pressure seems to be on the side of Peter Yan right now. Sandhagen trying to attack the body, trying to use elusive footwork to get off that center line. But it's easier said than done, as Naznim isn't allowing him an opportunity to breathe right now. Swaggy pressing the action. Does get caught, though, on the inside. Sandhagen landing very clean shots.
They're brawling right now in the cage. They're just throwing shots. Oh my God, Jay. They are letting it all loose. The dogs are coming out today.
Yeah, but if you're a Yan, this the fight you want. If you lose this kind of fight, that's on you, because this the type fight you want, Cyrus.
Oh, absolutely, but he gets clipped. Sandhagen.
Yeah.
Refusing to fight the boxing range, steps back, lands a straight. Wants to keep this in a kickboxing sort of range, stop his opponent getting on the inside, feinting a lot of those kicks, utilizing long, straight, rangy shots, but the combinations are a-flying. He's got Naznim, not knowing what's hitting him out here, Swaggy. Look at him go.
Oh my God. Get out of there. Oh, this is a great fight to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This fight's crazy. They're just throwing, they're dodging, they're countering. Oh my God!
They took David down. Oh my goodness.
Zigged when he shut his dag, got caught with the straight. Now the hip toss in to side control. Able to move back into half guard, at least for the moment. Sandhagen, after what was a lot of success, now finds himself on the bad side of a takedown. Naznim training with the BFAP boys. He knows what he's doing down in these grappling exchanges, Swaggy. He's going to look to capitalize and make this next 1 minute work for him. Not just to compose himself, but to try and get himself back into the winning momentum and land some damage to close out this round.
Yeah, man, he's slowly building this damage now, and that's just gonna work in his favor more if he decides to stay on the feet in the next round.
I'm surviving here. I'm Corey Sandhagen. I don't want to take no more damage here. We're going to chill here for the rest of the round, Cyrus. Maybe get a reversal.
I completely and utterly agree with you. You know, there's been real. It's been a wild 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes of this fight. And it's going to the very final bell. Try and survive. Try to compose yourself. Land a little more if you can, because why the hell not, Swaggy? Lead, roundhouse, into the spinning elbow. Wildness doesn't quite cut it. Controlled chaos on both sides of the octagon. And we have another 10 minutes scheduled to go, my man.
Bro. And they didn't even want to take a little break. They didn't even want to take a couple seconds. They both hit that X button, and they are right into the next round, Jay.
This is crazy. That pressure from Naznim is crazy. But Dave, the counters, this may be fight of the night, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Toby Ruins agrees with you in the chat. Flying knee from Dave. The pulls are the pulls are the pulls. Oh!
Oh, this is a great fight. This is such a great fight. Oh!
Saving more lives than seatbelts. Once again, the upkick keeps him in it. MK Dave not put off as he ducks into the upper.
It's over. Great fight. Great fight. It was a good fight.
Bonuses all around. These guys getting fight of the night by my scorecards. Jays. I know Toby's in the chat. I'm sure that Swaggy agrees as well.
Yeah, that's fight of the night. That's up for fight of the year. That's so wild. That could feed generations with that fight. That was insane, Jay. Oh my God,
man. Yeah, and I feel bad for David. He was doing good too, and Nas and them never let up with that pressure either. And that was just a great fight.
Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Doing everything that we promised and some here this evening at Primetime MMA, Primetime 119, delivering on all of your virtual violence needs. We've seen the craziness in the chats. You've seen our reactions here on commentary. And I know that the guys who put all of these matchups together in the background with the likes of Doc are going to be very, very happy with their handiwork here this evening. These fights truly, truly have delivered, and they continue to promise to do that as we move on into the rest of this event. Now, J-Dime, as you can see, on this goddamn card, my man, 4 fights are left. And up next, we are going to get to see 2 veterans in the scene. 2 old foes that actually haven't fought too many times. And that's between what remains of Vuck Gaming and B3 fucking blackout hours, my man. This is Striker v Grappler. This is a two different tacticians, 2 different styles completely get the match up, and kind of it's like a throwback fight of specialists, bro. It's a throwback to those specialist sorts of fights that we saw in the earliest eras of MMA.
Okay. Stylistically, this is a crazy matchup because Blackout has to stay off that ground. He has to stay off that ground because if Vuck puts him on the ground, it may look like the matchup we seen earlier between Ripe and I'm the GOAT. It may look like that. He has to. That's why I'm concerned with his game plan, because he has really good pressure. But if you overcommit, he's going to get put down, Cyrus.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. And let me see if I can pull this up real quick. But I know there's something maybe laughing at. You know, obviously, which way these guys want to fight, right? Vuck wants to get this fight to the mat. And the last thing that Blackout Hours wants is for this to hit the ground. But yeah, there's a little bit of mutual respect, although these guys fighting completely different and opposite styles. The opening couple of minutes is really a big teller. Can Blackout get a rock before he gets taken down? I feel like that's a big thing right now.
Ooh. Nice. This is what I think he needs to do. He needs to pressure Islam so he shoots on his terms, but that's what happens when you get too close to the cage, though.
Yes, for sure.
This was Vuck's game plan coming into it, to try to sub him as fast as possible.
Well,
And that's exactly what it looks like he's doing.
Vuck actually threatened Blackout coming into this fight. He said, "You better be respectful, otherwise I'm just going to lay on top of you for 15 minutes and, terrorize you throughout the entire night." Blackout was not very, very happy with that and gave a funny reaction, but but no. Blackout has been up against this his entire career. What do people want to do up against the B3 boys, and especially the absolute, kind of best to do it like from some of their camps like Blackout Hours, and that's take this man down, J-Dime, because you know that he does his best work in that opening first 1 to 2 rounds, and you know that he does that on the feet, so take that away from him and your odds of winning go up tremendously.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're right, and it may be getting close to the end, unless, oh my god, yeah, it's getting close to the end because this is Vuck's home right here, Swaggy.
Yeah, man, it's
Oh
about
my,
that time of the fight where we say Blackout is officially getting Vucked up.
Another elbow. Every time he threw that same sequence, oh my goodness. He should have moved his head with that elbow. That elbow is the last strike he throw every time on a ground and pound, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Vucked up another guy. He took him down. He mauled him. Just smash, bro. I don't know where Vuck is from, but he trains with those Russians.
If I'm not mistaken.
He trains with those Russians, I can tell you. It's evident in his grappling precedent, in the way that he approaches that game. It's not like other people when they take you down. He smashes you. He smashes you, Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, you don't want Vuck on top of you. I'll tell you that right now. It's not a fun thing to look up at while he is on top of you, just pounding down elbows. It's not a good time, Jay.
Yeah, yeah, because he doesn't waste time on the ground. He's not just grappling to grapple. He's grappling for a finish every time.
Absolutely. Well, with that one in the history books, we move up the card one step closer to that co-main and main event, your two title fights that we have scheduled representing both the PlayStation and the Xbox division. This next one has all of the promising kind of indications of an incredible bout. Two guys that are really able to do it absolutely anywhere, Swaggy, and that is between the one and only Mix-Ups and Driz. These guys come from very established camps. KM representing Mix-Ups, and of course FSK representing Driz. Now this is a big opportunity, Swaggy, for Driz, who is rocking a 4-fight win streak. He's 4-1 on a 4-fight win streak. He's going up against Mix-Up, who is actually still very highly ranked because he went on basically I think a 6 or a 7-fight win streak, but he's highly ranked, still ranked number 1 right now after recently suffering a loss. 7-4 in the division. And why this fight is so big for him is because, of course, if Driz beats him, he's going to drop him massively down the rankings and potentially secure himself an opportunity at challenging for the belt next.
So yeah, I was talking about this with Doc on the podcast. For sure, this is the biggest opportunity for Driz right now in this season that he's gotten so far to come up and beat Mix-Ups, who's already gotten 2 title fights this season. If he comes and beats Mix-Ups, that is massive on his resume to just bump him up in the rankings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Massive for Driz.
So this is the thing: if Driz wins, he's got that next title shot quite probably, right? But if Mix-Ups does, he doesn't. He's just, he's recently challenged it. He's got a little bit more work to go. So what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to spoil the party here this evening for Driz. He's trying to take everything he's worked for and say, like, you've got to get past me. I am the belt before you get to the belt. And Mix-Ups, has to showcase what made him so dangerous, what got him to this stage, and why he went on a 5 to 7 fight win streak, J-Dime.
Yeah, but if you're Mix-Ups, you have to fight the most perfect, cleanest fight ever. Because, like I said, Alex Pereira can kickbox too, and he has that power, and a few will put Izzy out, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, it only takes a couple with Alex Pereira, and we've seen this matchup many times, Pereira versus Izzy, and it doesn't usually go well for Izzy, depending on who's actually using him. And already offer it, Mix-Ups is doing a beautiful job at defending and just getting out of the way of punches.
Yeah, right now his footwork, his shot selection, and honestly the precise nature of all of the shots that he is throwing is incredibly impressive, is making him way too elusive for Driz to be able to really plant and land any of the damaging shots that he needs to with Alex Pereira. But J-Dime, you know as well as I do, and as I'm sure all of the Primetime supporters around the world know by playing this game, Alex Pereira doesn't need 4 or 5. He needs 1, my man. And that 1 may change your entire life.
Yeah, he just needs 1 shot. But here's the thing. He's not letting him get that shot. He's not getting near him. He's not getting in the pocket. He's getting his, and then he's getting out for the most part, Swaggy.
Yes, exactly. He's doing a very good job of just being elusive right now. And just doing what he has to do, using that Izzy movement to his need right now, Jay.
Yeah, he's fighting the perfect fight right now. I don't want to jinx him, but he's just fighting a disciplined fight. But, oh my goodness. But if he sways away from it, it only takes 1, Cyrus.
Yeah, zig when you should zag, and your entire night may change. And he lands a big slip counter of his own. And the weird thing is, the Mix-Ups doesn't do it in the most fundamentally clean way. I mean, what he's doing is definitely technical, but it's not like that silky smooth kind of technical kind of fundamentals that you would normally see. He's kind of a little bit weird with it. He's a little bit awkward with it, and he makes it really, really work for him. And I feel like Driz had problems with it.
He's diagonally close to zig. That's what you said.
Yeah, 100%. But this is the thing. He was having problems with it, but then Driz just landed the one that we were talking about. Able to rock Izzy's shit. And now Izzy had to pull guard. Now, of course, Mix-Ups is controlling Izzy, so it's not actually necessarily a bad idea for him, but only 25 seconds left to work obviously a defensive measure, Swaggy, to try and go into the next round without eating too much more damage.
Yeah, this is exactly what Driz needed. Never mind. He needed that little damage on the top, but
Yeah.
didn't go well.
Whew, goddamn-lutely. As Toby says in the chat, Alex literally takes 20 years off your life with that left hook, and he is not wrong, my man. Like a shotgun attached to the end of his arms, he lets that shit go, and it does just kill people. Is he able to sustain that one, though? A lot of good work from Mix-Ups. You see the slip counter right there. Although he did get rocked at the end of the round, Jay, I think that's probably still Mix-Ups' round, although, I mean, stranger things have happened, I suppose.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's still Mix-Ups round. It should be, but we never know. But Mix-Ups right there, he has to learn from him getting stunned at one time. Alex can put you out. Go back to the game plan. You have to almost just kickbox from outside. Don't make it a fight, Swaggy.
Exactly. You can't make it a fight with Pierre because you don't want to be inside that pocket with that power. You want to be on the outside and landing using your length. Oof.
The thing that worries me is that Mix-Ups has done, and the thing is, it's hard to say this because he's done so well in the striking in recent matchups and in this matchup tonight, this evening so far, outside that one big rock. But he's a grappler. Like, that's the crazy thing. And where that really shows is normally when you've got hurt and when you're really forced into that fight or flight sort of moment, you know, where shit gets difficult. But Mix-Ups, man, staying dialed in, finding openings, finding opportunities. Although the damage from Driz, Jay, just too heavy. Every time he lands, it's a noticeable impact. Oh! Talking about impact.
Oh.
Yeah, he felt that one.
Izzy may not have that same equalizing power, but he can still turn the lights out if he finds the cleaner shot, which he is doing more often than not so far in this bout. We approach the midway of the second round, and both guys definitely hurting at this stage, Swag.
Yeah, both guys are struggling. Oof, oof. It's just such a close counter battle. It's like any strike could land for any guy, Jay.
Yeah, the problem is for every 5 Izzy lands, if Alex land at 1, it's gonna do the same damage as those 5, Cyrus.
No, absolutely. That is exactly the problem right now. And the issue is that they're both so damaged that it is a truly who fucks up first loses this fight now. Neither one of these guys can afford to take clean damage on the chin. 1 to 2 clean shots and you're rocked, and they've still got the stamina to press the action as well, Swaggy, and you can see that is really on their minds right now. They don't want to get clipped. They don't want to get rocked because they know that one mistake is likely going to cost them the entire fight.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they don't want to do. They don't want to make one mistake and just end their night right there. Oof, is the next big.
Ooh.
Just out of range. Driz doing an excellent job of adjusting to the outside foot battle, trying to step off, utilizing stutter steps backwards, and accumulating a couple of good shots from jabs to left hooks, all on the block. But there's a little flurry from Adesanya to close out the round. Mix-Ups trying to get the damage in while he can. And that's the second one in the goddamn history books, Jay. We move on to our third and final round, where both guys are now going to have to separate the judges from the overall decision. Whew! A lot of damage has been landed, my man, but they still have a lot left to give in these final 5 minutes.
Somebody got to go to sleep in this final 5 minutes, because I'm not going to lie, I don't want another decision. I don't want no decision, Swaggy.
We'll get a finish here. I generally
hope so.
believe we'll get a finish here. I just don't know who's going to get it. If seems like Izzy's pillow punches aren't doing nothing.
He does kick too, but we shall see. Either way, I am more than happy with the the way that this has gone. You know, if fights are not getting finishes due to lack of trying, that's different than what these guys are doing right now. They are leaving it all in the cage, making sure.
Oh.
Mix-ups, really leaving it all out there, overextending on some of those shots as well, Swaggy. But he's trying to get the finish. He's trying to take everybody out of this other than himself and that hand getting raised.
Yeah, man. Mix-ups is really going all out right here. He's just doing his thing. I think he's with Jay. He don't want a decision either.
Yeah, he heard me. He for sure heard me. But he gotta he has to go for the decision. I said he has to go for the finish smart though, because Alex has
That's
this.
it.
Oh,
This is the problem.
That's
All
it,
of that
bro.
work.
All of it.
oh wow.
All
Wow.
of that work. All of that work.
From the jaws of defeat, Driz was able to turn this one around. At least by my judges' scorecards, he was down 2 rounds and needed a finish. He was able to get one. Massive work, and Swaggy. Mix-ups. Feel bad for the guy, but it's Driz season, bro. It's Driz season, it would appear.
Yeah, no, for sure. I wonder if we can actually see the judges' scorecards right now.
Well, the official judging scorecard guy in between rounds, Toby, gave it 1-1, and Driz saved it going into the third. But we will see which way the EA judges had this. 2018 to Adesanya, 1919, 1919. So it was a one apiece going into that third round in a majority sense. So it could have ended up being a draw. Could have ended up being Adesanya, or even, I suppose, majority. But a very close fight. It was a very close fight, in all fairness, whichever way you want to chop it, there, Swag. Well, with that one in the books, J-Dime TV, Dr. Swaggy Kush. We've been building this entire event. We've had so far 13 fights of pure controlled chaos in this octagon, but you know that the time is nigh. It is time for your co-main event of this evening, and I'll go to you first on this one, Swaggy. It is between the current reigning dominant GOAT of the Xbox division, the man that has a record unlike anybody else, especially in the UFC 5. He is 8-0 currently, and he gets to try and defend his belt once again here this evening, up against KM Frosty, a man that needs little to no introduction, but a man with ice in his veins, and I know a man that you actually championed on. I heard your post-mortem. You think Frosty has the skills to pay those bills here this evening?
Frosty's ice cold, and to re-quote myself, I'm just a Frosty fan, right? I want Frosty to win because Frosty's ice cold, but in my personal opinion, my professional opinion, I would say Fadanator is definitely the favorite going into this. But Frosty's ice cold. You can't take anything away from Frosty going into this. Frosty got that dog in him. Frosty might have more than that dog in him. He might have a Toronto Raptor in him.
George, I appreciate what you said. It did sound like a lot of backtracking, because I appreciate that you may be a little bit scared of Fadanator, and I don't blame you, because that man's got some hands, J-Dime. But with that being said, brother, welterweight is the weight class. Fadanator, your reigning champion, getting Leon Rocky Edwards, looking to give you a little bit of that headshot, dead here this evening. But of course, Frosty MMA trying to show why he's so cool and calculated, why that ice flows through his veins as he goes the eternal workhorse that is Kamaru Usman.
Man, they said Swaggy switched his energy. That's crazy.
Listen, Fad do be DMing me a lot, all right? I am kind of scared of Fad. No cap.
Well, this is your Xbox title fight. 5 rounds is scheduled as we appreciate and shout out to AO Pudgy, Toby, Ruins MMA, and everybody else that's done your biddies, subs, follows, and everything else here this evening. We appreciate the support, and the fighters appreciate it too, as they continue to step into this octagon and risk it all for glory in the name of Primetime MMA. Starting out quickly, J-Dime, as Fadanator looking to play possum a little bit. Walking forwards, walking backwards, trying to draw him in, but Frosty's landing cleanly when the openings are there.
Oh, yeah, Kamaru Usman scares. Oh my goodness, Kamaru Usman scares me, especially with the power, with the straight, with the jab, and then the wrestling, Swaggy.
Yeah. Usman's got the entire package. He can grapple, he can strike, he can put your lights out. It just all depends on what you need to use in that specific situation.
Absolutely. Usman doing a really good job. There it was right there. Fadanator ripping the combination. He's not somebody that's going to go quietly into the night. That is not from the cloth that he has cut. He will continue to find openings, and if openings do not present themselves, he will look to make openings of his own. J-Time. You can see him sizing up his opponent, trying different combinations, trying to give him different looks, and reading what his opponent and how his opponent reacts. But a very game fight of narrow margins so far, as to be expected in this title fight.
Man. I'm just waiting for someone to get stunned. It's a chess match. We're still waiting for that one big moment, Swaggy.
Yeah, and we're already so far into the fight. We got a minute 30 left of the round, and it really looks like Fadge is looking for an adjustment here.
Oof. Ooh.
Nice uppercut lands. Getting Frosty MMA pressed up against that cage after a little bit of backwards and forwards momentum from Fadanator. He's now trying to turn up the action, trying to turn up the pressure, Swaggy. And he's having a reasonable amount of success attacking that head help, but he gets clipped!
There's your stun, Jay. These guys are just standing in front of each other, banging right now. Just brawling, putting it all on the line, Jay.
Yeah, and with that stun, Kamaru Usman is probably going to take this first round. If I'm Fatty, I'm going to chill for these last few seconds. I lost that round. Now I got to see what adjustments I'm making from him, Cyrus.
No, exactly right. See, the problem is that in a bout like this, where the stakes are so high, it's hard to really be dialed in and to think about that. That's why you need such a good camp behind you. Both these guys do come from seasoned and respected camps. I don't know who's specifically in their corners here this evening, but Fadanator has shown time and time again that he can make those adjustments. Frosty is the man that has to really level up his game and showcase that here this evening. If he wants to be champion, if he wants to separate Fadanator from that gold, he needs to do shit just like this and land more and more of the substantial damage he has.
Oh, he's catching him. Every time Fadanator leans his head to that left, he's catching him with a hook. Every time.
Nice. Left hook lands. He's got Fadanator on the ropes. He's trying to survive. Lovely head movement from the champion. Double leg bails. Gets him tripped though.
It is not looking good right now. Frosty is looking like the one. Right now, if I'm Frosty, you have to build this lead. You'll be up 2-0. You build this lead. Oh my goodness. Make Fatty have to fight an uphill battle, Swaggy.
We haven't seen Fad have to go through much adversity. And this is a lot of adversity right now that Fad is going through.
A whole lot.
Frosty's ice cold. He's got that dog in him. He's showing it right now.
Absolutely. We've seen this in the past before where he's got clipped on the feet. Somebody's followed him to the mat. He's reversed them, top-mounted them, and then ended the fight. You cannot take Fadanator lightly anywhere in mixed martial arts. And even if he drops to the mat, much like Charlie Olives, you better think twice about following that man right there, because he may turn the entire fight around on a moment's notice. Look at the denials. Absolutely zoned in, Swaggy. And looking to maximize the opportunity he has given.
Yeah, this is not a place you want to be with Fadanator on top of you, because Fadanator knows exactly what he's doing down there. He's going to smack you with the denials, and he's going to come in with the damage. And he's kind of similar to Vuck. He's just trying to end it down there.
One more.
He's bringing you down. It's 4.
What, one more ground and pound and it might be over. Like, he got him very close that time. Oh, Jesus. Gonna try and take it back. It's Fadanator. And he gets it. You could see that Usman was very, very concerned about the posture up, as he rightly should be. This is a safer position, although he can get ground and pounded from here. See if he can utilize it to move. And he does. 5 seconds left. He's going to make it to the third and final round. But a tough round. Oh, sorry, not third and final round. From over to the third round. But a very, very tough round for the challenger, Swaggy. I can see the emotional look on your face right there, brother. It's been a roller coaster already. The champion found a way back, but Jesus, bro, I don't know what's gonna happen here this evening.
It's such a wild fight so far because it looks like Fad can't handle Frosty on the feet, and he has. Oh my God! Never mind.
What like? What'd you say?
It looked like nothing.
Couple knees to the body, trying to.
Oh! I'll tell you what it looks like.
We may have a new. Oh, it's not over. But we know Fatty has been here before. He faced adversity versus mix-ups. What will happen here?
I will never count out the reigning champion, FSK Fadanator. He is an absolute menace in the game, but he's getting clipped. The writing may be on the wall, but if anybody can bounce back, it may be Fadanator. Can Frosty turn it up that next level? Can he find the finish? He's got 3 minutes in a round that Fadanator's already hurting Swaggy. This is down to the wire.
Yeah, his block is toast.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. He's on his last legs. Oh my. Oh, and he knocked the takedown. Oh my goodness.
A vital takedown attempted and a vital takedown denied from Frosty MMA. On a knife's edge. Block gone. Head health gone.
This is. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, this is crazy.
Bro. Oh my God. No way. No way.
Oh my God, this is the exchange Fadanator needed.
No. There's no way.
We have a minute 12 left in the third round. Potential championship rounds left to go. Can Frosty now survive the ground onslaught with 60 seconds of Fadanator looking for ground and pound opportunities? One posture up and he may have the entire fight. Lovely work, double jab lands, the hook misses. These guys right on the range of the damage.
This is a scary match. This is crazy.
Whew. Final 3
This is
seconds.
crazy because any strike can end it. Oh.
Hit him with the old Durandamine. Hit him on maybe after that final buzzer of the third round, Swaggy. But goddamn, we hit the championship rounds here this evening.
Very deserved championship rounds here too. These guys are battling it out in there.
Oh, is it actually over now?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
There's one shot every time in it, man.
The fact that this match is still going on.
Oh my God.
No way.
Fad's just showing how much this PT title means to him. He's doing anything he has to do in his power not to lose it right now.
Yeah, the heart of a champion. FSK Fadanator sticking in there, but Frosty's still trying to take it away from him. He wants that gold himself. Oh my God. 3 minutes.
How did he just eat that hook?
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Oh my goodness. Okay,
This is
fighting.
what it's all about.
This is actually the fight of the night now.
It might be. Oh!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god! Oh, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Oh my god.
Who brings you action like Primetime MMA? I tell you that, brother. God damn. 4th round. Either one of these guys may be taking a dirt nap any moment.
Oh my! Is it about to end?
And still,
Oh my god!
And still, your Xbox champion, FSK Fadanator, Faddy,
crazy.
the baddie, J-Time, Swaggy. My goodness, brother, one of my favorite fights I have ever called. That was fucking crazy. That was craziness.
One of the best fights I've seen in my life. Like in my life, one of the best fights.
Woo.
I'm speechless. That was insane. That was insane. How close it was.
Look, if you're new to mixed martial arts, if you're new to Primetime MMA, this was a perfect example of what we bring each and every time. These guys showed up, they delivered, they fought to the very, very final bell. And look at those statistics, man. Fucking craziness. Shout out and props to the reigning champion. They don't build them like Fadanator's built. He's built different, Swaggy.
Yeah.
Nah, anybody else would have folded. Anybody else would have folded. Anybody else would have been out in that 3rd round. Fadanator stuck in it because this PT title means so much to Fadanator. All Fadanator wants to do this season is finally break that record and finally be the #1 chosen one Xbox GOAT. That's it. That's all he wants. He wants the questions to stop, and right there, that's a good step forward.
So fucking absolutely, bro, absolutely. Advancing to 9-0 in the division, a fan-friendly favorite, FSK Fadanator battles all adversity, and from the absolute jaws of defeat, gets it done once again. We have seen it already. We have seen it already from this man. He's gone out there and dominated. He's had matches where he's tested, been really tested. He almost lost up against mix-ups as well, if you remember. And at the very final kind of bell, just before the end of the 5th round, he got the knockout. But, fuck, man, he's built different, man. He's built different. Shout out to FSK Fadanator and all of the boys that work with him on a daily basis. He is an incredible competitor, a truly amazing champion, and it has been a pleasure calling his fights already. I cannot wait to see what he's able to do as he builds his way towards that record-breaking attempt that he has on the go. But, J-Dime, Swaggy.
Yeah.
Tonight isn't even over, my guys. We have an interim champion versus a champion for your next fight here this evening. Your main event of Primetime 119 is in flyweight. Can you fucking believe it? They are in flyweight, my man. We have NM Smudger, the reigning PlayStation GOAT and champion, looking to put it all on the line as he tries to advance himself to 8-0 and keep onto that strap, further cementing himself as the PlayStation GOAT. He's going up against the incredibly worthy opponent, the interim champion in AKA MG, who went through the gauntlet last time, Jay, to find himself in this position. And that sort of pressure, that sort of test that he went through last time, passing it with such flying colors, that's going to give him ample amounts of confidence as he goes in to this main event here this evening, as he looks to cement himself as a PlayStation champion here at Primetime MMA.
Yeah, today is the moment of truth for MG. Is it too early for MG? Or is he as good as he says he is? Because to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And for a long time, the man has been Smudger, Swaggy.
Yeah. Smudger is still the man. You had said that like he wasn't the man. Smudger is still the man. Smudger has mauled everybody, has bruised everybody, has battered everybody. And now this is MG's chance to prove that he ain't the interim champ. He's the real champ.
Absolutely. Well, this is to unify your PlayStation title here at Primetime MMA, trying to showcase who the greatest fighter of this division is. Smudger so far has had the division on lock, and of course Pantoja looking to upset that here this evening as MG trying to break into the title club, or the Champions Club I should say, getting himself that role and entry into the Champions Lounge at Primetime MMA. One of many things that come with the title, of course, but he believes that he is ready, much to the point of what Swaggy was saying a moment ago. But of course, this is where that all gets put to the test. It's one thing to build that confidence. It's another thing to execute on the night. And he's trying to here this evening. But Smudger looking as dialed in as ever. That sickness last week has made him not even miss a step, J-Dime. Looks like he's bouncing back with more focus than ever.
Yeah, because he was probably mad that he missed last week because he got sick. And now this is his time to shine here. But this won't be easy with MG, a young and hungry contender, Swaggy.
Yeah, he was definitely mad that he missed last week because he was sick. I don't know if you remember, but like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, he fought while he was very sick. And because he didn't want to miss the fight. And he was so sick he almost lost. And he still ended up coming out on top. So I know it killed him to miss last week. So he definitely wants to put on a star-studded performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like I sent him a little message saying, you know, glad that you're back better, feeling better and everything. And he responded saying, look, I'm back fully refueled and ready to remind everybody who owns this division. Seem like some people have forgot. And that's what he's here doing here this evening, with a chip on his shoulder, trying to prove that he didn't go anywhere. That a sickness may have slowed him down, but nothing is stopping this man as he looks to try and walk down MG here this evening. MG, though, as I mentioned, a worthy competitor, standing in the center, landing some good trading shots right now. That jab, super active. J-Dime from Smudger being very, very active with it, and I feel like it's a good job that he's using it to kind of stifle the forward pressure of MG, who wants to try and walk him down right now.
Yeah, and he's trying to target that body, throwing body uppercuts, strong teep kicks at him.
Nice. A lot of mutual respect from both sides of this. Many people in the chat showing that they have a lot of respect for these competitors as well. They both bring a lot to the octagon. They have highly entertaining styles, and they're two competitors that are willing to leave it all in the cage. You can see with the approach already, no consideration to this being a 5-round fight. They are looking to land damage, and they are looking to land damage often and early. Over 200 strikes thrown between the two competitors combined over that first opening 5 minutes, and you know as well as I do, Swaggy, that they have another potential 20 minutes scheduled to go.
Yep, there's a lot of time left. And I'm glad to see that they didn't throw it all out in that first round like we saw in the last fight, where they were just brawling for all four. And maybe, you know, some more educated guesses in that first round, Jay.
Official score says it's 10-9, MG.
The great Trey, I don't know what you mean, my man.
I know. He's trying to say like you dropped 40 on him in basketball.
Oh,
I
still don't know what he says, bro, but it's okay.
it's equivalent to getting beat up, knocked out, basically.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Trey, you may be right, bro. I honestly still don't know. I'm too locked into this main event here this evening, J-Dime, because I have to tell you what, MG really trying to bring the game, but Smudger seems to just be there trying to disarm everything that MG's doing so far. I feel like he's still in his download phase. Much like Vasil Lomachenko, he does like to take those opening rounds to gather information, download what his opponents are doing before he truly opens up with his offense. The more his opponent lands, the more he's likely to open up earlier, though, and a couple of shots starting to get through from MG. I'm sure that's not going to be to the liking of Smudger, as he's wearing some of the damage on that face.
I think he should keep throwing that jab. I think that MG should keep hitting him with a jab, Swaggy.
Yeah, MG should just keep doing exactly what he's doing. He was doing a good job. And then...
Oh, and here we go.
Oh, yep. Now Smudger's going to start going for things. Ooh.
This is where the fight may change.
Yeah, once again, showing his veteran savvy. Wasn't going 100% his way on the feet. Decided to mix it up. Now finds himself in an advantageous position with 2 minutes left to go in this second round. A lot of time for the young Marino to work, and especially in the hands of Smudger. Calculated, an absolute master of denials. But MG also showing that he is knowledgeable in these positions. Getting some clean denials of his own out here, Swaggy. But not able to move back into full guard. This is tough for him.
Yeah, and Smudger's just able to kind of move freely, almost to a point, more freely than MG.
Ooh.
Everything MG is trying is getting denied.
Stand up. Rocks him down. He goes for the ghillie.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
He's going to get this cinched in as well. Beautiful, beautiful work from Smudger. A man after my own heart for sure. I love that. He doesn't get it. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Wow.
The timing. The fucking timing for Pantoja to get that. Impeccable,
That's clutch. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I was sure he's going to get that locked in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice jab again. Because he ducks his head every time MG jabs. That's his reaction, duck his head. MG has success if you keep throwing the jab, Cyrus.
Yeah, Moreno doesn't have the highest of head movement, and he does have a big head, so that jab's continuing to find the mark each and every time. Bloodied up the nose of Brandon Moreno, but of course, as you've seen, he is a very versatile fighter, and I'm sure that Smudger is going to look to capitalize on that as well as we go into this third round. I feel like he needs to. There does seem to be, surprisingly, quite honestly, a little bit of an edge in the striking to MG, who's showing that he's a game and credible threat in those positions, forcing Smudger to do things like this right now, who entered very cleanly and got a nice quick reversal, Jay, into this top mount.
Yeah, I got to shout out John Africa. He called it. He literally said, more double leg bells incoming, and he lands one right after he says that. It lands.
There it is. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
No, that's insane, actually, how he's able to...
MG is using the wrong defense and getting the right results. He waited until his own stamina was empty before moving, and he got it, bro.
Sometimes it takes some unorthodox techniques to work.
Yeah, he's showcasing that, bro. He's being Tony Ferguson out there, bro. He's throwing sand in Smudger's eyes right now. Like anything he needs out here, Swag. Anything he needs.
He's like trying to win the races. He's like racing Smudger like every time, and he's winning every time. Oh.
Finally. Oh, then we got that other camera angle now.
You know, I love it. Keep it coming. See who it's going to favor. Deep to the body.
Smudger block is getting cooked, too.
Oh, 100%. It has from the opening go. MG's isn't much better, but definitely Smudger on the worst end of it right now, which has got to be concerning if you're the champion.
Oof. Good denial. Oh my, MG's looking really good right now.
He is. And the more he can stuff those takedowns, the more of a concern is going to build in the champion's heart as he is having some issues on the feet. And, of course, if he's not able to get this fight back down to the mat, there is a lot of problems that could potentially await. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely clean as there, Swag.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful hip toss right there. He really got him right on his back, and now he's looking to take his back. Not successful, though. Oh.
Nice. He's going to get a denial and a submission into the armbar. This is going to be a tough one for him to get out of.
I don't know. He done got out of some other situations.
God, That one was actually nice. The drain was equal. That like that. No complaints. That was all correct right there. He won the race on it. Both were empty. MG doing the right things right now. I'd be interested to see the stats going into this one. Third round. I mean, was that 2-1? That's 2-1, right?
I'm not a judge, but I know MG's in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, Toby, the official scorer of Primetime MMA in the chat, now giving 2-1. John Africa also saying 2-1. I mean, even Lee thinks that Smudger finally won a round. I mean, I think it went the other way, but Smudger is Moreno. Just to point that out, Pantoja is, of course, the challenger here this evening in MG, who is doing, once again, just want to highlight this, a sensational job. Walking forward and landing hands, Swaggy. Really, really putting everybody on notice with what he brings to the table, especially in a striking regard.
Yeah, man, he's doing a really good job on the feet right now. He's really, showing to the entire division that, like, he belongs here in the title picture, Jay.
No, he's showing the world right now he belongs on this stage right here. Because at this point, Smudger's going to go for even more grappling because on the feet right now, it's going all MG way, Cyrus.
Absolutely, it is. Continued success with hooks, straights, and everything in between, landing at will for Pantoja. Always just stepping out of range as well. Never seems to be back, never seems to be there for the returned fire of NM Smudger, which is why he has heavily relied on his grappling so far here this evening. There are adjustments that can be made. He may want to start to attack the base of Pantoja with the leg attacks. Seems to be a little bit too content. Headhunting, but gets caught with some headhunting of his own. Pantoja beating up that block.
Yeah, this. I'm not gonna lie. Smudger has to make him respect him right now. Because only one person has damage done to their face right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly, bro, exactly. Oh, Jesus. He's got to be concerned that if it continues, if he's even able to survive, the doctor may even start to look at coming in at some point in the near future. This is a championship round. Smudger still trying to evade that head health, or those head strikes, as he goes for a double leg bail, takes the back. Beautiful work, but a great denial for MG. At least the first one. Look at the chaining.
The chain. Oh, this is Smudger's world now. Smudger knows he's on his last legs right now. He has to. Right now, this is his moment to shine, Swaggy.
Yeah, this is he needs something big here.
Something at this point.
Lots of little bunny shops building up. GA trying to find an opportunity to stand up. If you're on the side of MG, or of course Smudger, looking to advance position as early as possible. If he gets a pot. Houdin separating him.
Smudger may need a finish right now.
Oh my God! The doctor came in, bro.
Oh, the doctor didn't came in. He's gonna let him.
Nah,
yeah,
it's not that.
This ain't it yet. Please.
Just let them. It's fine. It's fine.
That nose ain't even crooked.
Smudger needs a finish right now. Like it's at.
Yeah, he needs a finish and he needs one fast. I don't think he should stick around and take more damage.
He also shouldn't stall on the ground. He has to. This is his time where he has to do something because it's looking like we're getting a new champ, guys. That's what it looks like from here.
I will never count out the reigning champion in NM Smudger, but his back is up against the wall. But you know what they say? An injured lion is still dangerous. An NM Smudger may be injured. He may be compromised, but he is not yet broken. As you can see, raining out a well played. But let's call it as we see it. And as you guys just did, the challenger putting it on the champion right now. We don't know if he's up on in terms of the scorecards, but momentum.
He's probably up 3-1 right now.
Potentially, but I think it might be 2-2 on mine. I'll be honest. I think it might be 2-2.
Ew. I don't know. I don't know about that one right now. But MG cannot stall though. because Smudger is still dangerous in this situation.
Nice. Got him into top mount. Smudger's been in these positions before. He understands the importance of this fifth and final round. And the fact that he doesn't want to rush positions. If he can maintain and sustain damage, an opportunity will present. He knows this better than most. And of course, MG knows in reverse there that if he doesn't move too much and if he's able to stall out position, then Herberdine may consider stepping them back up and doing the stand-up for him out here, Jay. But he's got to get back to denying like he was a moment ago.
Yeah. Right now, for MG, it's about surviving. It's them double leg bails. It's because, you know, Smudger, he may need a finish. So, it's for MG, it's about, you can't let that Hail Mary get you, Swaggy.
No, you can't let that Hail Mary get you. You're 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from PrimeTime PlayStation Gold. You need to do everything in your power to just kind of milk this out. But Smudger needs a finish.
Oh my god. Oh.
Either way, MG gets what he wants here. Surprisingly, he takes his back. Goes for the RNC. Does get denied. But Smudger still low stamina. Still... I mean, not actually too bad for him, but... Well, see, I'm surprised that MG wants to stay here, but I suppose it's because he doesn't want to get taken down again, right? He's probably just happy to take some of this top control.
Until
the
being stands it up again. Think that's the game plan right there, Cyrus.
I mean, he had his back. He could have stood up at any moment, you know, but I suppose it's all money in the bank in the eyes of the judges, equalizing out some of the top control that Smudger was able to accrue. There's a minute 25 left on the clock. The block is mincemeat. The head health is mincemeat. Only going to take one big shot to have another big rock.
Oh. And we got a camera angle again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Camera angle. Smudger only has a minute left. He needs to let it all out right now.
One more stun puts the nail in the coffin. One more stun is the cherry on top.
Bro. Yeah, I mean, if Pantoja gets a stun, he's probably won. But if he doesn't, I don't know.
I don't know. I had a 3-1 going in this.
Yeah, I had a 2-2, and this third round might be Smudger's as well, but, Oh, bro, this is crazy.
Oh, no.
This is crazy. 5 seconds. Oh!
Oh.
Respect.
Is it and new? Is this
Holy
and new?
shit.
Let it play out, lads. Let's let Bruce Buffer announce
I have
it.
it 3-2 at worst. I'm not a judge, but I had a 3-1 going into it. Like,
Well, I mean, a lot of people seem to agree with you in the chat, but of course, a lot of them may be friendly. So don't know. We're not the judges, though, guys. We're not the ones that make the decision. Of course, we're going to see there is a lot of highlights being played from Pantoja. So maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe Pantoja got this one easy.
He was getting tagged. I'm not going.
Yeah.
He definitely was as the fight was going on. Like I say, I did give the first two. I think I give the second. I gave some of the early rounds to Smudger at least. But either way, like I said, not really important what we think. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
5 rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 50-45.
Yeah, I think you might be right. 59-46.
Yeah, because he was even when he was grappling, he was getting tagged. You know, he was losing them exchanges. Wow. The damage wasn't close in there. Yeah, that was. We got a new. It's crazy. He done got dethroned by MG, another AKA boy. You know those AKA boys are so happy right now, Cyrus, too.
Absolutely. So just to give the guy his dues, and new PlayStation champion of Primetime MMA, doing himself and his camp proud, AKA MG. My God, he's here, bro. He's here. He didn't just win and get an easy, lucky knockout. He didn't just win and come out here and, kind of luck his way into a victory. He won a sustained victory over the PlayStation GOAT. He was able to get mass amounts of damage, especially on the feet, continually added up, and ultimately allowed him, with his fight IQ, his striking, his shot selection, his timing, his all-round pedigree to accrue enough damage to put Smudger in a world of trouble on the feet, and ultimately that led him to victory after just doing more and more damage over the course of the rounds. Swaggy, this entire card, you know, people, when they look at some of the records like Fadanators, when they look at some of the records like Smudgers, they think, oh, that guy might be like unbeatable. They start writing these guys into like myth and that they are godly and, you know, not mortal men. But as tonight has shown, they are mortal. Now, Fadanator, able to bounce back from the jaws of hell, able to keep that belt, but he was so close to losing it, and Smudger not able to keep his belt here this evening, so everybody can lose. Fights, you know, styles make fights, bro. Those are some crazy fights. Those are some crazy fights.
Fadanator might be immortal, but you know, they say to be the champ, you have to beat the champ, and MG did 5 rounds of beating the champ. He came and put it on Smudger tonight. Smudger almost had no answer for anything he was doing. And like Jay said, you know, congrats to MG and congrats to those AKA boys. You know, they've worked hard for this. They deserve it.
So there's somebody who is slick at jigs.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Look, with that all in the history books, lads, that was one of our longer cards in a little while. We had 15 fights of pure violence here this evening. Hopefully satisfying all of your virtual violence needs, as there's no UFC this evening. Primetime MMA continuing to make Saturdays the best night of the week. We appreciate each and every one of you, from all of the biddies, the subs, the follows, and just your general support, being in the community, putting on these amazing performances week in, week out. From myself, obviously Cyrus, the Looney, all the guys in the back, J-Dime, Swaggy, much love, stay safe. We will see you in the next one. And if you haven't already, please make sure to drop a follow to Primetime MMA. Head over to J-Dime TV and Swaggy Dr. Kush on YouTube and Twitch. These guys are the most prolific in the game, the best young rising streamers on Twitch, period. And until the next one, lads, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Much love.